I've been drinking Kool-Aid jammers like I did when I was 9. Cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple cause it feels like a lie. We play Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much, cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. They've been with me for some time, and it's nice to know that they still by my side. Friends are like stars, cause no matter how far, when it's dark outside, they will be your light. We played Halo, and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school, but now learn too much, cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. Months go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. Years go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime.
Slide on the corner feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Slide on the corner feeling brand new dope. Tryna find that gold. Slide on the corner feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Slide on the corner feeling brand new dope. Tryna find that gold.
Living for diamonds and finding a match. Broken, I'm bummy, but still got some cash. Making it dash when I'm running up fast. Can't calm down, don't know how to relax. Belly the beast, ripping the beat. Killer, killer cam, killer, killer OG. Gunning up cheese, gunning up cheese. Hey, what you want from me?
Me, you and your friends got a party at my place. Just bring all your girls, shawty, I can hardly wait. Yeah, I try, no lie. Let's get real, like right now. Yeah, I try, no lie. God damn it, I'm fucked. Yeah. Slide on the corner feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Slide on the corner feeling brand new dope. Tryna find that gold. Slide on the corner feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Slide on the corner feeling brand new dope. Tryna find that gold.
Sipping on the bottle, got the next round. Mommy wanna get it, ain't no test ride. Feeling like you lifted with the best right here. Yeah, keep killing the shit. Yeah. Getting cold feet, baby, no more. Slipping on my always ready to fall. Call me when you wanna, baby, blow my phone. Hey, say less if you're ready, let go.
You and your friends got a party at my place. Just bring all your girls, shawty, I can hardly wait. Yeah, I try, no lie. Let's get real, like right now. Yeah, I try, no lie. God damn it, I'm fucked. Slide on the corner feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Slide on the corner feeling brand new dope. that gold. Side on the corner feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Side on the corner feeling brand new dope. Tryna find that gold. Tryna find that gold. Tryna find that gold. Got a brand new phone. Tryna find that gold. Got a brand new phone.
Push my buttons, come and let me know. And we'll speed dial and put the time on hold. Glass half empty, but tonight's so full. Just call me up, that's a brand new phone.
Side on the corner feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Side on the corner feeling brand new dope. Tryna find that gold. Side on the corner feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Side on the corner feeling brand new dope. Tryna find that gold. Side on the corner feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Side on the corner feeling brand new dope. Tryna find that gold. Side on the corner feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new phone. Side on the corner feeling brand new dope. God damn it, I'm fucked.
Closing my eyes, will you open my mind? Let me into your great escape. Parallel lives with the linear time. Yeah, we're floating outside the frame. And we're out here in the unknown. One voice through a telephone. Tell me I'm not just another one caught in the eye of this hurricane. Feeling so lost, I keep fighting these stars. Only you can relieve the pain. And we're out here in the unknown. One voice through a telephone saying, please come take me home. 'Cause I need you. And nobody else, nobody else. 'Cause nobody else brings me to life like you. If I got you out of myself, I don't need nobody Eyes are bloodshot, fire burning non-stop till I get to you face to face. Twisting the plot, saying ready or not. Yeah, the world is all ours to take. And we're out here in the unknown. One voice through a telephone saying, please come take me home. 'Cause I need you. And nobody else, nobody else. 'Cause nobody else brings me to life like you. If I got you out of myself, I don't need nobody If I got you out of myself, I don't need nobody Cause I need you. And nobody else, nobody else. Yeah. Nobody else, nobody else.
can feel this tide. Choke my neck and I just wonder why. I'm buried in a suit I'd never buy. A suit I'd never buy. Cufflinks on my wrist. I can't act surprised. When the shovels hit dirt in the earth, did they start to cry?
Okay, we'll be live in a second. Thumper's growling at something outside, and I kind of want to figure out what he's growling at, just so...
Since I'm 17, I've been looking for a place to make me be complete. I've been looking all
Dog's going
around
nuts,
out there
dude.
for anything.
He just sneezed in my wife's face. Perfect. Alright, let's get this thing started. Sorry for the delay of time. I was taking some... just making some notes and stuff that need to be put down. Like, you know, making sure I have all my party's passive perceptions and stuff. There's a cat across the way. That's what it is. Alright, let's get going.
I don't know. I never really.
Wait,
watched
Marie?
Alright, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, you're definitely the opposite of her. She was very
Are you-
stick in the mud by the book sort of person.
Did you guys just do that that quiz?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're all
one of
doing
the
that.
lowest is Gollum.
Did you guys have anything that was like high 90s?
No.
Yeah, like a 92.
I'm
Joker, thank you for that follow.
87% of Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice, which I don't know anything about.
I was ooh yip yip furry because apparently I was 91% Robin Hood, and the image that they used wasn't just, you know, Robin Hood Men in Tights Robin Hood,
It
but
was the
Disney one.
Disney one.
it was the Fox Robin Hood. All right.
So I've done this, because I've done this twice now. I didn't save the first time,
Mhm.
and both times on top match is someone from Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Okay, so
I've
I
never
don't know.
seen it, but
I don't know Elizabeth Bennet, but I have Mulan as 87% as well, and Joe March from Little Women as number 3 at 86%.
oh, you
Aren't
got a
those
match.
all-
You got a fascist pseudo-feminist literature. That's nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
how did you answer this?
I don't know.
I just realized I got Gandalf at 6 and Dumbledore at 7.
Dope.
I'm a wizard.
I got Dumbledore at 4, and Remus Lupin at
Okay,
5.
that's taken care of.
Yo, y'all got Lupin, got Tonks.
This goes with the menagerie you guys have at home. I'm not surprised that they gave you that Robin Hood answer.
Yep.
I know, right?
I also got Michael Schofield.
Yeah, who is that? That was my second match.
I think he's one of the guys from the show with
Well,
the,
yeah,
the
that's-
breaking out of prison.
Yeah, that's
He's
exactly
like, I think he's like the mastermind guy behind their prison break.
right. Mm.
I might be
You
wrong.
know, these personality trait match.
Yeah, you guys should check out this thing if you guys want to. It's pretty funny. Chandler Bing. oh no.
Apparently, I'm 18% sheriff of Nottingham. So I'm
Oh no,
like-
you're my enemy.
only 18%.
No, that's 18%.
enemy.
That's only 18.
Yeah.
I'm 13.
You.
I
The low ones don't
That's
matter.
my lowest.
Yeah, I would say I'm gonna look at like 50% above.
My lowest was Lori Grimes from Walking Dead.
See the guy who beat this
Yeah, well, she's
beats
a
people
hoe.
with the bat?
Oh, dude, she's way down there for me too. Number 9.
I don't. Yeah, I know that everyone hated her.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, I feel like this is a very limited pool of shows that they're
It's
pulling from.
not actually. It's like a really big amount of
It's
shows.
actually-
Is
They
it?
have
I don't
like
know.
20 different shows.
And it's
something
a lot of
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just there's a
Okay,
lot of choices.
I'm very disappointed in the fact that apparently 51%, and that's more than half, is Morty from Rick and Morty.
we're all
Nice.
a little bit Morty.
You're not Jerry.
My
You know,
51.
At least you're not Jerry. Jesus.
Yeah, let's do a quick
Shit.
search for Jerry.
I have like
Yeah.
1%.
Everyone who takes
Apparently,
this
I'm 58% Jerry Seinfeld.
I'm 56%
Nice.
Jerry Seinfeld.
What's the deal?
What's the deal with that?
Oh shit! I'm 70% Jerry Seinfeld. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm 51% Watson.
Oh gosh, I'm 67% Rick from Rick and Morty, though. That's actually kind of terrifying. Oh, I'm 66% Zuko.
I'm 52%
Ooh, Zuko.
Buzz Lightyear.
Nice.
Ooh, I'm 83% Rick Blaine from Casablanca, and Victor Laszlo from Casablanca. All right, I like this.
Ooh, guys, I'm 50%.
They took it and got she's Cora, or not Cora. Words.
Yoke's Troy, what was
Words.
It's an Avatar character.
All I can
Katara?
hear is mic adjustment.
There.
She's Katara. That's...
Now, what were you asking me, Derpy?
Your Morty was 50%,
51%.
4%.
Yeah, I am 67%
Guys,
Rick, though,
Guys,
so...
guys, this is perfect. I am 54% of both Jamie Lannister and Tarth.
Who? What was I missed the last one?
Brienne of Tarth,
Oh,
Nice.
the one who was like in
Yeah.
love with Jamie Lannister.
I just couldn't hear what you said.
Yeah.
I'm
Also
69%
55%
Batman.
James Bond.
Nice.
69% Batman. 69% people, actually. Davos Seaworth. I've not gotten that far in Game of Thrones, so I don't know who that is.
Davos
You do.
is
He's
like-
the Onion Knight.
I got 80% Iroh. I am very happy now.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
pretty
do
high.
I even have Iroh on this
Wait,
list?
guys, I have so
No.
Yeah, that was my
60%.
highest Avatar match.
Oh, I have 77% for me.
I have both Daenerys Targaryen and Shay. Percent.
Sick.
I have Widow at 60, Aragorn at 60.
Derpy, your mic,
Alexander.
your mic is super soft right now. You did it.
Okay. Trinity from The Matrix at 69. Mercutio from Romeo and Juliet.
Okay.
And wait. Cameron James from
no.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, there's a lot
John
of stuff.
Oh no, that's it.
John Cena.
I thought no.
You matched with John Cena.
So
That made no sense.
apparently I'm Gibbs from NCIS, which honestly I can see. I can
All
see
right.
that.
Enough character stuff. Let's get this
Oh,
bitch
hey,
on the road.
Derpy, you're Lilo. I'm Stitch.
Lol.
Wait, at what percentage?
69.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
91% Lilo.
Okay. We'll deal more with this later. It's half an hour in
Well,
now.
I'm
Let's get
100%
this thing
fine
started.
now, so there.
100% chin.
100%. 100% dat bitch.
Yeah. Okay, I kind of want to use this to
Make a character?
make characters. Yeah, like how I would answer it as that character.
That's actually kind of a fun idea. Kind of build a personality distribution and see what reference you can use as a comparison.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, have to you'd have to really remember what you put in there though. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get the summary on the road. Alrighty, episode 42, which was the wreck. So, you guys left the safe house. Leaving the safe house, the party notices that there is an object embedded in the orthon, the stone orthon. Upon closer examination, it looks to be a smooth metallic sphere. Sonya takes out his mason's tools and gets to work removing the object. With his skills, he is able to free the orb. Small crystal spines dot the sphere, and Hamon begins to inspect it. The sphere speaks to him telepathically, informing the wizard that it is a docent and can serve its user. Giving its name as Reginald, the docent lets Hamon know that in order to utilize his expertise, the docent must be embedded either in the user's chest or replace an eye with it. Hamon's not so sure about going through with the process, and Sonya has some trepidation about bodily mutilation. Felion, however, is all for it. With some protest from Gargoth, Felion agrees to remove an eye and place Reginald there. With some skill and fortitude, his right eye is cut out and Reginald is placed within the socket. After the operation, the party rests for an hour, then heads to the wreck. En route, they encounter some rogue firestorms and need to skillfully make their way through the scorching wind tunnels to find a way out. Arriving at the wreck, they see a towering hulk of steel listing in the Avernus dirt. Climbing on board, they attract the attention of some bone snails, which also attract the attention of the circling rocks from above. Battle ensues, and the party is victorious, after some help from some illusionary snails in the tunnel, and a monster in the soul intake. The party's resources are a little bit drained, but the search for the adamantine rods continues. So, find you guys on that flying fortress, the ground floor here. I believe this is the ground floor. I hopefully put you guys on the ground floor. I feel like I did.
We just
So we haven't.
we clipped through the roof and we're in the next floor now.
No, you haven't, not yet. Okay, so yeah, you guys are, as the bodies of the rocks ooze on the ground around you, you hear like the scrabbling noise from within that central intake tube of something tearing apart one of the rocks that fell down inside of there. You look around the space, the wind whistling through the exterior of this place, and I think the only way to go is up. All of these rooms seemed empty, and you can tell that there were probably objects here, whether they be technology that was driving this ship on these lower levels, machinery, engine stuff, but they've all have been stripped. Sonya, in the room that you're close to, you can see what looks to be like the remainder of some sort of almost like file cabinet sized things that have all of their wiring and circuitry removed. This is basically like people coming in here and stripping the wires, you know, stripping the copper pipes, stripping the wires out of everything. It seems like these floors have
Can't have shit in Avernus.
Yeah, can't leave shit in Avernus. Basically this flying fortress is up on cinder blocks, more or less.
So I was gonna say, like, for wires and stuff, are we? I don't know, like, is machinery like this something we would have been exposed to? Because I don't know how. Like,
No,
maybe we've seen
actually.
like gold or something. So it's kind of like
Something this huge is absolutely daunting to you guys. The war machines were one thing, right? Like, you've seen large carriages or contraptions back in the material plane, but this is massive, and you've seen them flying around in the air, but now once you're inside of it, you actually get you can actually take in the sheer magnitude of this. Your footsteps echo off the walls here, boom off of the kind of like ceiling. They go up. You can look up and you can see through, as I said before, gantries, ladders, different sorts of walkways around this place. It goes up multiple stories in the air. You can see what looks to be, as Hamon moves around his dancing lights, you can see what looks to be probably what looks to be a roof above you, or at least some sort of heavy flooring that's not just open with walkways or like grids or things like that.
It's got like compartmentalized, so it's got those like a fully separated.
The place that you're in right now is comparable to like a big open hull of a ship, like a seafaring ship.
Okay, so it is open.
Yes.
All the way, basically.
It's open about 70 feet above you.
Okay.
But
so
you're on like solid floor. This is like, imagine like the boiler room of a ship, right? The engines are in there, multiple stories or, multiple feet high, and around them you have walkways, gantries, cranes, all kinds of stuff, just like different levels around. So that's what you're in right now. It's more like, feels more akin to a warehouse than anything else.
it kind of makes me think of like the hangar in like an aircraft carrier.
Yep, exactly.
Is that kind of comparable? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. And above you can see what looks to be like another solid floor. And you can see, if you squint your eyes against the dim light, what looks to be a stairway or a ladder leading up, and there's a kind of a door in the floor. Trap door type.
Okay. Yeah, so it is very ship-like in that regards. All right. Well, my dagger's out, but I'll pull that one back.
Yeah. You guys want to do anything with the bodies that are now scattered around here? The snails, the bone snails, have all but disintegrated, basically. As you destroyed them, their screams basically sonically shattered their bone armor and basically blew a bunch of their parts apart. But there are the now dead and bleeding corpses of the rocks around you. They're green, sickly blood sizzling as it kind of oozes out onto the steel floor.
Throw them in the pit.
Okay. So you take the time to kind of like drag them over and you throw them into the pit. Yep. Who's throwing them in?
Me and my Echo are picking them up and throwing them in.
I'm gonna observe this. I want to see if whatever the shape, because I didn't get a chance to see it, I've only heard it.
So you open the grate and stuff the guy in there like you're, dropping a trash bag down the garbage chute of an apartment complex.
Yeah.
And you just like, get in there. And you watch as the shadow Aphelion also helps out. And with a squelch, the wings crack and break as you shove one of these large corpses down the chute. There's a boom, 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 and like an echoing bong as it hits whatever bottom there is. And as you're kind of sliding this grate shut, suddenly a shape streaks past you. You can see it barely lit in the dark. What looks to be a long centipede-like body, multiple legs of this kind of... It's a huge creature of some sort. Just
No.
Have I ever seen anything like it before? Or heard of anything like it?
Give me a nature check.
Nature?
Would I try to do that as well, since I'm curious?
No, neither of you have.
Okay. Oh, I don't know what this thing, but it's very big. I think we should try to stick to the ladder so if we try to go higher.
You look at it...
What, you don't want to fight that thing?
The thing...
No, not very much.
The thing was about 15 feet long, and seemed to have... It was like... It moved like a snake, but it just had multiple, like, tons and tons of little spindly legs as it just... It looked organic of some sort. Didn't look mechanical. But you hear it crunching on whatever it is down there. As soon as it hits the bottom, you just hear like audible, kind of just like the snapping and breaking of bones and the pulling of flesh being removed from body.
Well, hopefully he may get the full from eating what we're pushing here. So if we find more bodies, we can go ahead and push him in. But I say that we perhaps try to continue our way up.
Place to hide an adamantine rod, do you think?
I really hope there's nothing there. If we can't find the fire up, I have ways to try to take a look in there that would not put us at risk. But I think we should at least try to explore the upper levels first.
Mm-hmm.
Probably know it could be just a hungry hippo.
Maybe it's friendly.
I don't know if I've seen a hippo with that many legs.
I
looked to Glimmer. I'm like, I don't think it's friendly, but we can always try.
We can ask it.
Yeah. I'll poke my head like.
Oh no.
Friend or foe?
Yell down. Are you friendly?
As you poke your head down there, just see what looks to be just a dim shadow of a shape. It's actually probably another 80 to 90 feet below you.
Oh, it's a fast motherfucker. So you got down.
Not just fast. This ship, a large portion of it is buried beneath the ground.
Good to know. Does it react when I ask if it's friendly at all?
In the dim light, you see its head slowly just kind of like... Actually, no. It has no reaction, I would say. It just continues. You can just hear that sickly, like, snapping and slurping noise.
I would like to cast message into its head.
Okay.
Is there anybody home? Paste the spell.
You have to be able to understand the language, right?
Yep. There's a pause in the biting and chewing. And then it goes back to...
Does that count as a language?
No.
What is it? Okay.
You can tell that it paused for a moment, hearing something in its head, and then just kind of...
Okay. So
no effect.
Back to lobster time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose we can go down as well as we can go up. But for now, he's down there. We should go up away from it.
Okay.
Yeah, and not through the
Not through the hatch, no. Unless you're feeling particularly foolhardy.
I think, honestly, I would rather, if we're gonna fight that thing, I'd rather sleep first.
Yeah, you guys are looking pretty battered. Eclipsis has suffered some wounds. Even Lulu is kind of lazily floating from one side to the other. She took a few hits.
I am pretty tapped myself, but hopefully we don't have to fight this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You look up and you can see some ladders, some stairways, all of them looking fairly secure.
We still hear like rats skittering and
there was one
steps above, right?
Yeah, there was. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Like a soft shuffling footstep or something.
Yeah.
I think...
Now You don't hear any of it though.
Okay. Well, we did make a massive racket, so who knows?
I would say Glimmer. Glimmer, you're the one with the fucking phenomenal passive perception.
And headlights.
Yeah, and headlights for eyes. There is still that kind of like now that you listen to it, Glimmer, it sounds less like the kind of pitter patter of rat's claws or talons on metal. Like it's a real world comparison, like hearing rats in like AC ducts, you know?
Yeah,
It's kind of like that ting 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 ting. It's not like that. It actually sounds like a bat caught in a chimney. Multiple bats caught in a chimney.
Oh,
Just more like fluttering sounds,
Yes.
or like squeaking. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we gotta avoid any chimneys we find.
Well, there's definitely something living in here.
The other sound that you heard though of the padding like heavy padding feet, that's no longer, you don't hear that.
Okay, that was the one I was more curious about too.
Now, do you think that the centipede had like all the like tittering noises, and then it also just has like a pair of human legs with boots on?
You would be skeptical. But Sanga is not very bright, so he's not too sure.
Visualize that right now.
I mean, it's always a possibility.
Oh, that makes sense. After all, we are in a spaceship in hell.
What's a spaceship?
It's a ship that takes up space.
So,
Like
yes.
a ship in a bottle.
That is such a Sonya definition. I love it.
I'm literally sitting over here like crying.
All right, Big Chin, you made a good point. Do you want to try to climb this ladder as we try to go up higher? You feeling healthy enough to try to take the lead?
Well, of course. Why would I not take the lead? I'm the best.
Agreed.
Alright.
I will be a few steps behind you.
So
And don't check out my butt while I'm climbing.
No
Sonya,
farming.
your derriere leads the way.
Yeah.
Rising up these ladders, walkways, gantries, you're able to definitely maneuver some of these things. There's once or twice when the ground feels a little bit more, feels like it's about to give way, but you're able to kind of move away from some of those pathways and things like that are, you're distracting the shit out of me. Stop singing. She's like singing, and I could like barely hear her out of the corner of my ear.
I was singing Eye of the Tiger because you said,
Yeah.
I was singing that to myself under my breath.
thank you, I feel like this happens so often with us. We see eye to eye.
Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. You guys make your way up, avoiding areas that look like they're more rough and might fall apart. Some of these metallic walkways, these metal walkways. Climbing ladders, climbing stairways. You make your way up 70 feet now above that ground entryway floor. You can look down, barely seeing everything down there in the darkness. As you're going up, once again, no sound other than the clanking of your boots and feet on the walkways. Sonya, before you see the latch, the lever that can open this kind of door that seems to be in the ceiling above you.
I would stop and listen first to see if I hear anything on the other side.
Yeah, of course.
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
Look and listen.
You do not hear anything.
All right.
Well, give me a
everybody-
perception. Give me that perception check. That's.
I will perceive that.
Destroy, fuck you.
Wow.
Now I have that in my head.
I just keep saying that to Aphelion on the ladder while we're sitting there. You just like, hey, fuck you.
Fuck you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, and that would have been the wow response from Aphelion too. So
Perfect.
it's just like, I'm not surprised, but
Roll.
still, it kind of stings.
Alrighty. So you hear that same kind of flapping sound that that the others heard from below, Sonya. Sounds like a bat caught in a chimney.
All right, boys. We're gonna get in and on again, and I'll
And
start.
before it's Strahd.
Oh god.
Straw in a chimney. 5 straws in a chimney.
Just keeps flying into the wall.
Okay.
Looks like a riddle that I don't want to solve.
Yeah, it does.
Poor Strahd got feeble-minded by the river Styx, and now it's just flying into a wall repeatedly. Okay, so you open this latch, and the dim light of Avernus kind of you can see through the dim light that there is a bridge above you. There is. Let's take you over to this map.
Wait,
now.
bridge like a
Like
bridge
the bridge of a ship, or
Yep.
like a.
Yep.
Okay.
You are now
Structured
on
bridge.
the bridge.
Oh, okay, so we're pretty high up now because we climbed 70 feet or so. You said.
Yeah. So you're about 80 feet above where you came in. So as
Okay.
you emerge through here, you can see the dim light of the Avernus sky bathing this place, and there are sparks. And yeah, sparks rain down from the gashes in the ceiling of what used to be the bridge, much of which is open to the sky. The room has been picked clean through rows of stripped down consoles, and a few dangling chains remain. This is the room that you emerge in. You can see that there are other rooms off on other sides or other areas. You can see there are doors that are partially opened or have been, tried to have been pried open, but not successfully. This is the top floor, it looks like.
I want to take a closer look at one of these consoles because this has got to be some sort of very alien engineering or something. I can't imagine what it would be.
Yeah. Okay. So you take a look at it, and you can see that that the front panels of these things have all been pulled off. Yanked
Is it like
apart.
wires and keypads?
Yeah, there actually are wires and mechanical things in here.
Oh, okay. Neat.
Oh, nerd shit.
I'm still thinking about the two steel beasts we fought and that whole thing. I'm trying to see if maybe there's some connection in character here. That
I would probably be looking into the same thing, just
Sure.
because.
Some of them look like they were that somebody ripped them apart. Possibly the Vrox, just being curious, as this is kind of where you saw the 6 of them circling above when you guys arrived. So some of them you can see where it looks to be claw marks, gashes, beak marks, as they probably tore apart these panels and these mechanisms here. However, some of them look like they may have just fallen over in the crash. Just pushed on their side, lying on the steel floor. Once again, there still seems to be some sort of energy here, as yes, there are sparks and stuff running through the ceiling. Something else that you noticed is that as you guys were climbing, your kind of the central area here is always that tube. So you don't see it on this floor, and that's because there was, as you kind of arrived near that top trap door, there was a large semi-spherical kind of upside down dome attached below this floor. Probably was basically the gas tank, more or less, a giant cistern.
Oh, okay. And then, okay, interesting. So that would be somewhere below us right now.
Yeah, it'd be in the floors below you.
Yeah, I guess take some time and do a more thorough inspection of all these things. Let's see if there's any an obvious source for these sparks, or are they all connecting to a same sort of conduit or something? Trying to trace it, since there is clearly some sort of.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check as you look around, looking and seeing all these. It's fairly easy to trace them. A lot of them are broken or torn apart from either rocks, other elements, or just the crash itself when this thing grounded itself. But you can trace some of them back to a central kind of power pillar right in the center that leads straight down into the floor.
Oh, interesting. Where's that one? Can we see it on the map here?
I would argue it's basically right here.
Oh, okay. So it's something that they combine together, and then they seem to go down under the floor there.
And with your general intelligence, climbing up, that seems that it goes straight down into that cistern.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Interesting. All right, I'll just maybe point that out, and then I'll just keep looking around until someone decides where we should probably go next, because this is a lot to take in here. A lot of interesting shit. Yeah.
I would be just trying to figure out what this machinery does, what its purpose is as far as this ship is concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. You can give me an Arcana check.
Okay. I'm not gonna say I'm good at them, because that always fucks me.
Okay. All of these machines here looks like this is legitimately the bridge. This is where the consoles were that controlled this ship. if to give you guys a visual analogy, this is basically the bridge of like a Star Destroyer in Star Wars, where like Darth Vader's like walking along that catwalk, and there's all the goobers like on the machines below doing the flippy switches.
Mm-hmm.
They've jammed our radar, sir. Yeah, so those type of things. These are like either radar, different types of defense stations, things like that.
Do I see one that would turn on the sucky bit of the noodle?
Nothing is intact.
Okay.
So even if you could figure it out, everything here has either been dislodged or broken from the crash, or
Can I hotwire it?
You can attempt to.
Yeah. I want to hotwire the sucky bit. See what happens to the centipede.
All right. So you can one, give me an investigation check.
Okay, I will use advantage on this. My inspiration.
Okay.
Oof, never mind.
So you look around, none of the machinery is recognizable, in all honesty. You can see some infernal script on some of it, just kind of, nameplates and things like that, but for the most part, it's too damaged beyond recognition.
Okay, what name seems the most like it would be the guy who controls the sucky bit?
You don't know.
Okay.
I think Sonya would be like, "Let me help you, Phil." I think this one here says lasagna port. Maybe it's not lasagna. I don't know. I can't read.
I can read all of it, but I have a feeling it's going to be...
Okay, 3. I walk up to this one, and I'm going to try and hotwire something.
Okay. You can, if you have Tinker's tools, you're more than welcome to use that with a dexterity modifier.
Okay. Dex. Hey, it's pretty good.
All right, give me a dexterity save.
Not as good as I hoped.
Nice. You take 1 lightning damage as you hotwire it up. Sparks rocket out of it, and you guys watch as it goes as an arc of electrical energy surges around this console, racking it, and it smokes for a moment as Aphelion shakes his hand. Just gave him a bit of a shock, but nothing too bad.
Okay, seeing that that's what happened, I'm gonna just like stick my hand in there and shocking grasp.
Okay, there's a surge. It just basically smokes more and overloads.
You did it.
You found the smoke machine.
I
There's
mean,
an
I guess we can hold a
clanking
concert
noise.
now.
I mean, that sounded right.
Yeah.
Maybe it needs more juice.
With that kind of like loud buzz, bang, kaboom, you guys hear a sound of like what sounds like cans falling, coming from the I guess you could call it the northeast.
Full of a toque.
Hello? Well, friendly.
No response.
Squeeze my way through the machinery. Hello?
Hear
I
another.
hold my eyes up like a flashlight.
Yes.
You hear another sound like a can falling, a large kind of drum. You would say like boom, dong, dong, dong.
I'll move up to here. Hello?
No response. But you see a door in front of you.
I will like put my back up against the wall here and then like push the door open from the side.
The whatever magic or whatever thing is like powering these doors, I guess, still remains. So you put your hand upon it and it goes and slides open. You hear a clattering as a some sort of being, some sort of creature crouches behind a pile of something in the corner. You hear it.
I will step in and I'll speak in infernal. I'll
Give
say
us up.
hello.
Give us up.
See, crouched on a pile of humanoid bones in the far lowest corner of the room, a hunched gnoll that looks underfed. As it
What?
looks at you, it gives you the look of like Ed from Lion King and just has a bone in its mouth. It just cackles maniacally to itself.
Hearing the motion in the distance, I think I'd slowly work my way over to figure out what's going on over there. And does that count as a language?
Does that count as a language?
I don't know.
It just sounds like it's just babbling.
Like full feral, just kind of going.
It's just babbling.
Okay.
Lying on the floor near the creature, or near you guys, are actually right where you stepped in, Aphelion. Are a pair of what look to be glass bell-shaped horns or objects attached to some loose wiring. They look like they were removed from a pair of tall, slender metal machines standing against the wall opposite you. The gnoll eyes you warily as you enter. Do you look threatening at it, or what do you do?
I'm looking as neutral as possible.
Okay.
Feels no strong way.
Seeing that you're not putting your hands to any weapons or seeing threatening, just sits down on its butt, its knees basically up by its shoulders, and just continues to gnaw on the bone in its mouth, and just kind of silently looks at you, kind of does that like low animal-like look of kind of like looking at you from like low, so its head waving from side to side, the bone in its mouth clacking, and every once in a while.
But it's made no attempts to communicate at this point.
Nope.
Okay. I don't think it speaks common. I don't think it speaks infernal.
So far I can tell, it's not speaking anything at all, and I can understand any language that's spoken by man at this point, or beast, or demon, or whatever.
As it hears more voices, it kind of backs itself further in the corner. It does that funny thing where it like reaches its long, gangly gnoll arms out and just gathers all the bones up closer to itself and just scoots them into the corner.
My bone. No take bone.
I put my hands up like in a gesture of peace. That sounded like language. Did you understand that one, Hamon?
I think it was still gibberish, huh?
Yeah, it's all gibberish right now. He seems like he is a complete nincompoop.
Yeah, if the creature can speak, he's not doing a good job of it. So no, he's not.
Do you want to approach him, Flipsis?
I mean, does he look menacing, or he's just busy doing?
He looks like a cornered animal.
Okay.
Can be dog whisperer. No whisperer time.
So what are these horn
hey,
things?
I've been the cat whisperer at work, so.
So the
see
horn
if
things.
Eclipse is
So
very sober.
Flipsis, you push past Aphelion into the room. You can see this little gnoll dude on the side here. Aphelion, it looks like you could, like looking up and down, you can kind of see what looks to be places where these wires could be probably put back inside this machine.
Okay, I will pick them up and head towards the machines.
Okay. So you see what looks to be these machines. They look like file cabinets with burnt out lights and covered with switches and all kinds of stuff. It'll take you a while to discern what the hell this thing is, but you could probably looks like you could probably maybe figure out where these items belonged on these things if you take the time.
Yep, I would take the time.
Okay.
Keeping an eye on the knoll in the corner.
Yeah, so you start to
as I do.
inspect this thing. It'll actually be quite a endeavor. Give me a Arcana check on this.
Also, if we're gonna be here for a few minutes as we're exploring, I'm gonna start ritually casting Find Familiar. Get Churro back.
Nice. So, Aphelion, you look over these things, and so this is actually, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on here. It doesn't seem like there's much of a threat from this gnoll. Doesn't seem to be really going after anybody. Aphelion, you start to go to work on these cabinets. Hamon, you sit down and start to ritually cast Find Familiar, bringing back your boy. Churro appears. He shakes himself. He shakes himself off as he was he digested by a slug? I can't remember.
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah, so he shakes himself off as he emerges from what looks, he comes out like a fucking embryo, just like back into his existence. Like a portal appears and he just goes and just slurps out a trail of slime following him. Shakes himself like a wet dog, snorts once or twice.
And I'll go ahead and use prestidigitation and start cleaning them off.
Yeah, it flies off, hits a wall somewhere, disappears. He just looks at you, gives you a curt nod, like a partner to partner, businessman to businessman nod. Starts sniffing around.
Yep, let him do his thing, and I'll just I'll just kind of keep a passive, or I'll keep an active lookout, just if there's any threats coming while everyone explores.
Okay, Eclipse, as you start to approach this little knoll, he warily looks up at you.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
The way that I approach it, I'm coming because it's cornered, right? So I approach it and very specifically like move along this back wall so that I am also cornered.
Gotcha.
Because I want to seem like as non-threatening as possible. And then I'm gonna get down really low. And I'm just gonna like put my hand out.
It looks at you, looks at the bones, gathers them up closer to itself, and kind of like tries to make itself as small as possible in the corner while warily watching everybody in the room.
Do I have any bones on?
We could go grab one of those rocks, I think.
A rock?
The rocks, we killed them downstairs.
Oh, the rock. I was like, no, throwing a rock at it would not be ideal.
Just throw Dwayne the
this
Rock
rock.
Johnson in the room.
Right. I'm wondering if anything that I have on me, because like I have, skulls and shit. No, but they're mostly crowns.
Okay.
I wanna retroactively say I grabbed a bone.
Sure.
And
You could have grabbed a piece of rock. Have something that, oh, hey, look, there's a rock head attached to my leg that I didn't notice after it bit my ass. Maybe it's attached to your tail. There you go. Your tail's so dummy thick, you didn't notice that there was a rock's, claw embedded in it, as you are pretty low on health.
I am. It's true. Okay, so I ripped that out of my tail. Thank you, all merciful DM, for allowing me to do
Okay,
that.
you watch as
and
this little knoll starts to drool.
Hey guys, I think I made a friend. Come on. And I'm just kind of gonna I'm not gonna hold it because I don't trust me to do that. I'm gonna set it within arm's length, so ideally it comes a little bit closer.
As soon as you let go of it, it bounds forward. It grabs the rock's flesh and just starts just doing eating it like corn on the cob.
Like corn on the cob. Question. Okay, does it stay there?
Yeah, it doesn't retreat back.
Okay. Did I retract my hand, or did I keep my hand over?
He doesn't seem to care whatever you do.
Okay, great. Once he's done, I'm gonna be like, "Want more, buddy? We can show you more." And then I'm kind of gonna very, very tentatively reach next to him, not while he's eating, because if he's anything like, a wild dog, they'll bite your hand off. So just kind of yeah, is someone playing the guitar?
Oh, is my music get picked up? Sorry. Why did I get so loud all of a sudden?
So it looks at you, it burps. As it burps, there's you swear you see a green cloud as its teeth are now kind of covered in the green ichor of the rock's blood. Burps, smiles, this big toothy hyena grin.
I was gonna say it reminds me of a hyena. This is Harley Quinn and her hyenas.
Well, I mean, this thing is basically
I'm
a
so
hyena.
happy right now.
I mean, that's what gnolls are. They're hyena people.
Yeah.
They are. I'm so excited.
So
Okay.
it does this little snicker. It does this little snicker laugh, and now it's just kind of chewing on the internal bones of the rock's arm, and you can hear the
I
cracking
go run
noise.
downstairs, get another bone, and then bring it back up.
You're gonna go back downstairs.
Yes.
Okay, so Eclipsis smiles, skips out of the room, heads down the stairs, and goes back down there. Sonya, what would you be doing as you hear Aphelion tinkering with these machines in the other room? Sonya, you kind of look around this place. It's impressive. Reminds you of some of the larger, maybe warships or things that you've seen in the past. But, I don't know, there's a bunch of, like, nerd shit in here. What are you going to do?
I think it'd be kind of weirded out by there being a knoll that just somehow got up here past the rocks and didn't kill him. But I wouldn't put too much stock in it because I'm not smart enough to do that.
I mean, the other thing, too, is that you notice that he was behind, like, he's in a closed door. Like, the area that Aphelion and Eclipsis went into there, that was, like, an actual enclosed room. The area you're walking around in with these main machines, this main deck, it is open to the sky above. So he kind of found a secure area. Maybe the rocks just, like, arrived later. Who knows?
Well, I think Sangha would try to find, like, the shiniest or most important looking machine and try to break it down to take it with us.
Okay.
Maybe some nerd can figure out what to do with this.
All right. So you look around and you find, let's see, what looks to be multiple rooms with damaged machinery in there, though. There was one. I'll move you over to it because it probably looks like it would be over yonder. You looked in the room that Elion went in. Glimmer's eyes shed a light in the room over here. And in here you see more sparks raining down from torn holes in the ceiling, follows onto a pair of what look to be rectangular machines that have been torn from the walls. The machines now stand in the middle of the room, their loose wires sticking out like bad hairdos. In the further room, you can see there are also jagged gashes in the outer wall allow for the hellish skylight of Avernus to light this room. An open hatch in the floor leads down to the lower decks. Okay, so that's where you guys arrived from. Got it. But there are also metal consoles plugged into the walls here as well. This one seems to be still intact.
I was gonna say this room is very, very dark for selling this. So it's hard for me to see. Yeah, so if that one's still intact, it'd be kind of like, well, I can't read it and I don't understand it.
There's a big switch on the center of it.
Is there red?
Uh-huh.
Hey guys, we're gonna pull a switch. Just
as long as
like
it's not red, it should be okay.
Okay. Well, it's red lighting because of where we are, so like it might not be red. I would go ahead and go ahead.
I'm going to pull my hands out of this machine before he pulls the switch.
Okay.
I think I'm currently downstairs. So
yeah, so
I don't know where I
Eclipsis
am.
is currently downstairs.
I think
you flip the switch, and you hear loud, discordant instrumental music with screaming vocals blares out from speakers around the deck.
You found the Slayer mixtape.
Oh God.
There's 4 switches. That was one of them.
What band is this?
I think. Yeah.
Okay, so ironically, everybody but Sonya understands it. It's an infernal. So it's just.
Yeah, that sounds like I just flushed the toilet. And I think there's 3 more.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go to the next one. Is this one also not red?
Yeah, this one's actually not red.
All right, I'll give that one a yoink.
Okay, so pardon my accent here as I try to say this. There suddenly is a voice, once again, blares out over the speakers on the command deck.
Ashta nas, islek ista krashkat na, asmote das.
Once again, you don't understand this, Sonya, but everybody else understands it to mean.
You are important. Promotion is your destiny. Asmodeus loves you.
I think you stumbled on the corporate enthusiasm speech.
So hearing these and looking at these things, can I determine that what I'm trying to fix is the speakers?
No, actually, so you during this time kind of getting interrupted by these loud noises and the knoll like drooling over of rock bone in the corner. You figure out that the larger machine was used to transmit messages to other flying fortresses.
Mm.
And they were sent by speaking into that bell that seems to somehow attach back to this.
Got
The
it.
smaller machine was used to broadcast messages throughout the flying fortress. Same thing. Putting the bell into this machine would allow for that. Upon your assessment, you can see that this larger machine, the innards have been ripped out by something. As you're kind of, you catch out of your side eye, as you're like looking in the side panel of this thing, you can see the knoll in the corner like sheepishly looking at the ground. The smaller machine, however, looks to be that you could repair this. You figure out where that glass wire is, and you hook it back up.
I speak into it. Test.
Your voice booms across the speakers of the ship.
Oh, feedback.
Yeah.
Right. I fixed it, Eclipsis, I say into it.
Yeah, Eclipsis, who's downstairs trying to yank the arm or the head or whatever it is off of one of these, like, battered and destroyed corpses of a rock. You hear Aphelion's voice boom out of a speaker next to your head.
Holy fuck.
So, yeah, Aphelion's...
I'll be right up.
It doesn't work that way. She yells into the, she tries to communicate back into the pipe, but no, it is magical. It's not like one of the pipes in an actual ship.
I say you can't respond to this message.
Sonya, do you flip the final switch?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna be a DJ about this. Flip my helmet backwards.
Urnosk! Chagwa! Urnosk! Chagwa! Urnosk!
You don't understand, but everybody else hears.
Abandoned ship! Abandoned ship! Abandoned ship!
Do I hear that downstairs?
Yeah, you do.
I think it's a little late for that.
After all this racket, does it keep going or does it stop after a while?
It stops when Sonya flips the switch again.
Okay. Once, assuming Sonya does do that, I'm going to try to really listen carefully to see if there's any other movement in the ship after all this racket we've caused. But I guess I'll wait until it's... Because right now I'm plugging my ears and Churros as well.
You basically just hear the same, like, once again, bats in a chimney noise.
Okay.
But it hasn't changed at all.
Okay. Well, that's a good sign.
Flips is down below, hears that skittering sound again as something bangs and clangs up the pipe. I would actually say you hear Hamon as you kind of listen in the kind of, you know, that like echo or that like the titness like ending after you hear a fucking horribly loud noise.
Yep.
You hear and kind of feel below you, directly below you. The...
Creepy. Okay.
Like you can feel something like climb up, and then it just like that like slow sound or feeling of it like settling down, like a body settling into its bed.
All right, I'll probably just pay attention for a little bit longer, but if there's nothing else from it, I'll get back up then.
Yep.
Walk over to see what the hell's going on over here with this racket. And I guess I have my lights with me, so actually I'll turn the corner. Looking, I don't see Sonya.
Not a single one of these things orders me ham. No
There's
offense.
one more left, isn't there?
That was the
one
last
left.
one.
There's one
Oh, there's
left.
one.
Where
Last
where
one, yeah.
I'm trying to find you now. You went this way, right?
Yeah,
down.
He went up to the northeast and then down. Yeah, you can see him
Over here or down here?
down. Right there.
There's like a
Door right
vision thing.
Oh, is there a... Did I put a door there?
Yeah, the vision block. Okay.
Okay, let me remove that really quick.
I guess I can barely see anything.
Yeah, so I'll
There
actually
you
walk
go.
in here with my lights then. What are you doing in here, Sonya? You're making quite the racket outside.
There's one last switch.
I am, as the kids say, I am rocking the Casbah, and I'm gonna pull a last switch.
Suddenly, Some sort of alarm horn starts going
Oh,
off.
I thought you were this with the John
Oh.
Cena.
Said that was like when the ship scores a headshot.
No, you just basically hear like a klaxon.
I'm holding my ears closed until you.
Oh my god. I'm gonna flip that one back to stop it.
Okay. Below your feet, the door opens up and a Flipsis comes back up, hauling a large wing of a rock with her.
Chicken wing.
Making friends with the dog man up there?
Ooh,
I think there's the.
guys, I gotta decide on the name.
Glimmer, is there anything
I
that
don't
you would
wanna
want to
greet
be
him with no
doing
name.
as everybody is fucking messing around with that shit?
I'd kind of be hanging around. I'd also just like looking around in some of these other rooms, see what else I'm seeing.
Okay.
Kind of interested in seeing what's happening with that knoll.
So the room above you, Glimmer, in that room you see what looks to be contains 2 rusty iron crates in one corner and an iron bell-shaped contraption bolted to the floor in the opposite corner. As you step in there, you can see that this bell is 9 feet tall and painted jet black, with several dents in it. As you kind of get closer, every so often you can hear a loud clunk sound.
From inside the bell?
Mm-hmm.
Is
that like
an underside to it I can look under?
It's bolted to the floor.
Oh. And there's no openings anywhere?
Nope. You can just hear that kind of muffled clunk, clunk.
I will take my mocking blade and kind of ding the pommel on it a little.
Lets out a kind of bang, followed by a clunk.
I'll look in the crates behind me.
Okay. The tops aren't even bolted on. They seem to have been knocked to the side with the crash. You look inside of them, you can see that there are iron flasks in there. About 20 of them in each crate.
Like a hip flask?
Yeah, you could say hip flask, basically like a potion flask sized thing. Sure.
Okay. Are they filled with anything? Are they all empty?
They feel, as you pick one of them up, feel that they contain something. Can't see in them, though. They are iron.
I'll pop the lid off one of them.
It sizzles. And a very familiar smell assaults your nostrils. These things are filled with demon ichor.
What you got there, Glimmer?
Some of these. And I will... I have no idea what this bell is for.
If
But
you
I
want
will...
to, Glimmer, you can do an Arcana check to discern what...
Sure.
It's a big black bell, dude.
What you looking at?
A bell and ichor, and I'll throw him a flask.
Oh, I'll catch the flask. Wait.
I hope you
try.
No, I will not catch the flask.
Look out, Lulu!
It
Oh, no.
bing, clatters across the floor, comes to a skidding halt below.
Wait, was that the open one? Did you
No.
throw me the open one? Okay.
She looks down at it, looks back up at you.
Why would you throw that at me?
He threw it to me. I just know a bad catch.
Yeah,
Plops
so
her butt down next to it, starts poking at it with her trunk.
don't drink it.
No.
Alright, what's this bell?
You hear from the other room, basically a Flipsis sits down, places down the wing next to the knoll, and just kind of it approaches
No,
her warily.
I don't place it down this time.
Okay, what would you do?
I hold it as far away, at the tip of it.
Yep, it approaches
Hold
you.
it out
As soon as he sees you come in the room with more what looks to be more meat, he eagerly bounds over, laughing gleefully, and kind of reaches a little hand out for it. Yeah, you give it to him?
I mean,
Reaches
try
his
to
hand
hold
out,
it.
grabs it, and tries to pull it away from you.
I'd start playing tug of war with him.
He lets out the.
Is it a playful grr like the way the thumper plays, or is it like I will attach
Give me an
you,
insight check.
bitch?
Oh no!
Oh, it's playing with you.
100%
It's
playful.
playing with you.
100% playful. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna swing.
You start to see foam forming around its mouth and its jaws.
Ooh,
It's playful foam.
does that cue me off though?
Not with that insight check, dude.
Oh, look at you, Foamy. Look at you, Foamy. You really want this, don't
It
you?
leaps forward and tries to bite you. It tries to bite you on your hand that's holding onto it.
No bites.
Give me an intimidation check.
Oh, nice.
Goes back into the corner, once again gathers its bones up and just makes itself small. Looks at you out of the corner of its eye.
You can come get it, but no bites.
Give me an animal handling check. Nice. Slowly approaches you and does the gentle kind of bites down on the edge of the thing.
I kind of wiggle it around like we're playing. But then I let go and chew it.
Okay, he goes back. He just sits down. He doesn't pull back into the corner and hide. He just sits down kind of right by you, and just you hear the crunching of bones and sinew, and looks like you may have made a new friend. Aphelion, in the other room with the bell, you're looking at that, and I think Hamon, you would hear them in that room as well, and that may be of interest to you too, unless you wanted to take apart this alarm machine.
No, I think I'd follow up with whatever's going on over there.
Okay. So we'll say
I will leave one light for. Sonic. I would leave a light if you stayed. Otherwise, I'm coming back.
Yeah, there's not much.
No, I think
there's not much else in that
will
area.
knock on the bell.
It makes a hollow clanging noise, which is followed up almost immediately by another clong noise.
Interesting.
Wait, do that one more time. I'm going to count how long it takes for the response.
Yep, I do it one more time.
Is it the same response time as the first time it was hit?
No, but with your calculating mind, you can find that it was basically the same interval between the clongs, like the heavy. There is a set interval between the sounds that the bell itself is making.
Oh, the deep its own self sound.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Does it seem to be what? How do I phrase this? What seems to be triggering its own sound?
Give me an Arcana check.
All right.
Okay, looking at this thing, and you realizing that everything is kind of listing to its side at a 20-degree angle. Looks like, and maybe you place your hand on the side of the bell. You can feel that the sound is occurring on the side that is tilted, I guess. If you can imagine a bell, right? Like a big bell with the whatever the fucking clanger, whatever the hell that thing is called in the middle of the
Oh, yeah.
The donger.
Single donger, yeah.
The dongle.
The dongle, whatever that technical term is. You can imagine that thing. It's basically where that thing would be like contacting the side of the bell if you had if it was if
it was
you know
leaning.
What I'm trying to say, like this. The ship is listing to the side at a 20-degree angle.
Yeah.
The hanging thing in the bell would be relative to gravity. It's probably touching the side of this bell right now.
So any little movement is just probably rustling it to.
Actually, with that roll, you realize, and you look around this room, look at this thing, and your technical brain can discern that this bell actually has some magical property to it, and probably what was keeping this fortress aloft and level with the ground. Right now, that noise it's making is a malfunction, kind of like a alarm sound caused by the fact that the fortress is listing to the side.
I see. So this is like the gyroscope that would be keeping it up, but a magical one.
Right.
Okay. I'll relay this information to everyone else. Looking smug that I figured it out, even though I just, rolled.
Interesting. I immediately shift my focus to the how many of these flasks of demon ichor are there?
20 in each crate, 40 total.
Okay, and how much do those weigh each?
A flask is about a half a pound.
Okay. So demon ichor flasks.
I swear you're definitely Beetle from Zelda.
I'd like at least one of those. I'll take the open one I have, just as a science experiment. I want to pour the bottle of demon ichor into the bag of devouring.
Oh no!
Okay. So you take your bag of devouring. I was literally. How'd you read my mind? I was literally just thinking about bag of devouring. Okay.
I'm too focused on the bell to see this happen.
Roll me a d20 plus 5. Ooh.
13.
Lucky 13.
All right. So you pour that thing in there, and well, the bag lets out a burp. As nothing really happens to the bag.
Yes,
it starts to writhe angrily. As you have definitely, it definitely does not taste good to it. Bag thrashes back and forth. Whatever interplanar entity is residing in there and likes to eat things. Not happy that you just poured demon ichor down its throat. It doesn't affect it in any way, shape, or form. However, it is definitely not stoked that you just more or less gave it the worst tequila shot of its life.
All right. It gave me the not cool, bro, and then it's all right with it.
Oh, was that Malort?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's what you said.
Oh, I'm glad more people know about that. That's a weird meme from Chicago, apparently, where Malort is this liqueur that was invented by a guy who had smoked so many cigars that he was not able to taste liquor anymore.
Oh.
So he made liquor that was he finally made a liquor that was so fucking potent and vile that he could actually taste it. And that's Malort.
From Wormwood.
Oh, okay. I think I have heard of that.
Yeah, everyone from Illinois seems to know about it, and like it's terrible.
Mentioned
It's
that
a meme. It's a meme from Illinois. That's what it is. It's basically like it's one of those just like if that's the joke alcohol from Illinois where it's just like haha we're gonna take shots of Malort. It's terrible. Haha, and then you do it and you're just like, fucking vomit everywhere. Good shit.
Yeah. The bartender guy I watch on YouTube had somebody send him a bottle of it.
He was not stoked on it.
No, actually, he thought it was. He was like, it's really strong, but I could see it being useful.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's why Malort sounds familiar. It's Swedish for wormwood. Yeah.
Huh.
He's a Swedish immigrant. Yeah, it's all story checks out so far.
Mm-hmm.
So, it seems that this contraption was basically in the bell contraption made to keep this thing aloft. Not aloft, but kind of upright. Yeah.
It's the gyroscope.
Yeah, it was the gyroscope. It was the erectoscope, as Sonya adequately most obviously put it.
That's right.
The rest of the stuff in this room, you guys gather up those flasks. Flipsis, in the room that you're in, you as you're playing with your new friend, this little knoll boy, finishes slurping down and basically gulleting the last of that wing, eating it down like a pelican, like devouring some fish. You hear the crunching and munching of bones and feathers. He looks at you, and then he kind of cocks his head at the door in front of you.
I forgot how to unmute. Can I'm gonna walk towards the door, and then I'm gonna look at it and be like, should I knock on it? Do you want to go in there?
It slides open. There's another door beyond it.
Oh, there's
Double
a door. Interesting.
Can I
Open
can
that
I
door, and there's another door.
see in?
Look in. It's just another iron door. It was a double sealed airlock.
Hey guys, I'm going to check
So-
this out. If I die, find my body, please.
So
Go
it has airlocks, even though it's
Well,
open
there's-
top.
It
Wait,
opens up.
What? Shit.
The dark room
Um,
contains a metal console that was torn free from the wall to your right. Pinned between the console and another wall is a small, desecrated winged devil that looks like it was crushed to death.
Oh.
In another corner stands a 3-foot block of infernal iron, a locked safe with clawed feet and a 3-dial mechanism built into a thick door. Each dial bears numerals written in infernal.
Oh, is this like a puzzle?
Ooh, I like it.
Or would I be able to lockpick it? Like, does it, okay. Is it,
Sounds like it's a combination lock.
yeah, so it's a combination lock.
Is that what crushed the
Would
poor
it-
little winged devil when it crashed?
No, the whatchamacallit definitely the console.
console.
The console kind of destroyed the poor devil. You can look and you can definitely tell from the groove, the marks on the floor, like the gashes and the positioning. The spine devil was operating console when the fortress crashed into Avernus. The console tore free from one wall and pinned the devil against another, crushing it to death.
So,
Brutal.
question: did the doors? Because one of them automatically opened.
No, it
No,
didn't. No, all of
automatic
them
close.
you just touched and they opened up.
Oh, okay. So the second I touched it, it opened. So they didn't close behind me.
No.
Okay.
It seems that,
Um,
like, just the same way that, you know, when you turn off the power in your car, you're able to, like, roll up or roll down the windows for just a moment. That's basically the the flying fortress. Just enough power to
Okay.
roll the windows down one more time.
Okay. So, I want to like touch the lock and start.
Okay, so as Eclipsis touches the lock, starts playing with it, let's take a break. Get some more snacks.
Yeah.
Safe. The knoll looking around the corner curiously with a bone hanging from its mouth. Yer? Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, thank you guys for hanging out. We're talking about Malort and all that good shit. We'll be right back, guys. Do not go anywhere. More D&D Descent into Avernus right after this. Grab a drink, grab some snacks, all that good stuff. Yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out once again. Oh, there goes my wife. Alright, we'll be right back. Boom. we're back. Got everybody? Who's here?
Oh,
Thumper ended up moving. Dang it. He was
I was
epitome
Oh.
of comfort, and then he is no longer epitome of comfort. He sleeps like that, like nightly too. He'll
That's how he sleeps
Roachin.
on our bed. Takes up half of the bed.
yeah, he'll sleep like that on the bed, and then a lot of times I'll find him. I'll get up in the middle of the night to like throw Loki out or something like that, and he'll be at the base of the bed using the same type of position. If the back of that futon is basically the base of the bed, he uses the base of the bed to like prop up his legs and just like splays himself out on the. It's good shit. I like it. All right, team. So
this safe.
Let's get back into this. Yeah. So you guys look at the safe, staring at it. It's all of you guys crammed into this small ass room here.
Okay, what I would like to mostly know are any of the symbols, because you said it's numbers in Infernal?
Yep, the numbers are all in
Okay.
Infernal.
Has anything that we've seen thus far related to like these mechanisms that they played with, the things that we've seen walking up, if anyone given an indication that like this might be some type of connection to something else, or is it something where like we use a lockpick, listen for the little clicks and
Yeah,
find
for the
right
most part, it
combo?
basically looks exactly like a safe that you would unlock anywhere else.
Okay, so does anyone have a stethoscope and a really good lock kit?
What?
I mean,
That's how you broke through master locks.
I've got pretty good perception. I'll just stick my ear to it and
Okay,
try
you
and.
listen really closely.
I don't
I think. Do I have a lock? Oh no, I have these tools.
Why don't you just rip the door off? Why do you need to be
I have a
coward
crowbar.
about it?
I mean,
I
you
actually
know
have
what? Go
two
ahead. Try and
crowbars.
rip the door off for me, Sonia. Go for it.
I have two crowbars, Sonia. I'll
Alright.
give you one. I'll
What
use
did
the
you
other
say?
one. No, my strength is -2.
I think.
No. We would try to solve it first. Like, you know, the next thing would instantly just want to rip the door off.
Okay, I have. Lockpick is different than this, right? Like, there's actually like a lockpick.
No,
and-
thieves'
yeah.
tools are basically the same thing.
Yeah, but this is a combination lock, not a key lock.
They use like perception.
No, but you.
to listen
But
to it.
Technically, actually, I think thieves' tools would include
Yeah.
stuff to
It's
break.
Yeah,
a full
it includes
kit.
a lock.
It's a full kit, so I wouldn't be too
But-
worried about it.
But the thing is, like a lock picking, you ultimately, because with a combo lock, you're I guess you're not picking the lock like dexterously. You're picking the lock like perceptive.
You're trying to find out where those tumblers align.
It'd probably
Yeah.
be what I would do personally as a DM is thieves' tool with wisdom.
Sure, why not? Go ahead.
Why not charisma? Can I charm the
No,
pants
you
off?
cannot
of-
charm the pants off.
Charm
Damn it.
the chest.
God damn it.
It's not a mimic.
Um,
Well,
okay, I
I'm
mean,
not gonna say it's not a mimic yet.
y'all got
What a good
thieves.
idea.
You have thieves, or am I using thieves tools to get advantage?
You use
Because
thieves'
Cecilia's
tools
helping me.
using your wisdom as a modifier.
But Aphelion helping.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Roll twice.
Wisdom. Bruh.
You're welcome.
Bruh.
Oh, thank you for listening with your stethoscope ears.
Nothing
Yes.
happens.
Fuck you, chest.
It
It didn't
all
work,
right.
Aphelion.
Hand me one of those crowbars, Sonia. Let's get this thing open.
Yeah, who are two strongest?
You know what?
You have
I
the girl
think-
as me to pry the door off?
I'm pretty sure I'm the second strongest with my 0 in strength.
Might be. I'm at -1.
Does anyone have a 1?
I'm -1.
No, this gang is the anti-Chad gang, except for Sonya.
Okay, but
Oh,
I
is it
got
a challenge
thieves
for all of
tools,
us?
so I feel like I know how to use a crowbar, not necessarily with strength, but with like a dexterous.
So, this is definitely
movement.
a strength check.
I would argue that, but okay.
No. You're prying a door open. There's nothing dexterous about
Fancy
it.
floor.
All right.
Okay, before we crowbar it, can discern why it may not have worked. Like, what did we do wrong? Is there something about Infernal that reads differently? Is there like?
You look at this and you basically can tell that it is a very well made. It's a very well made lock, or a very well made safe. And even looking at it, as you guys glance around the room, Glimmer, you notice this as you just kind of take in the surroundings. It's odd that the console slid around and crushed a spine devil against the wall, while this thing remains upright and looks like it hasn't moved.
Oh,
I'm gonna look around the back.
Ooh, yeah.
You look around
Is
the
it
back. There's
upright,
about
or
a
is it
foot. There's a
tilted?
foot gap. It's upright.
Okay.
A foot gap behind the back.
Is it like,
As I described it, it's a locked
is it-
safe with clawed feet and 3 dial mechanisms.
My question though is it listed 20 degrees like the entirety of the ship, or is it?
It's level with the floor. It's
Left
Okay.
foot. Okay.
is it like
Uh-huh.
He's been having internet issues today, so he might
Oh,
be
I
out.
was like, you just
is it bolted
like-
down or anything?
No, it's not bolted down.
but it's got the clawed.
So I get a sense of magic
You
coming
look
from it.
closely, Glimmer, and just with your passive perception of 19, you look and you can see what looks to be some sort of residue or substance around the clawed feet of the safe.
Okay, before you told Glimmer that, because I don't know that, after the lock does not work, I actually wanted to poke its feet.
Hole?
Poke.
Okay, yeah, you poke one of the feet. Tong, 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 tong. Metallic. Nice.
It kicks you.
There's
It's
some
just
kind
a
of
foot.
goopy glue on it. It's,
Goopy glue, you say?
Yeah.
I poke the goopy glue.
It's solid. It's hard.
It's not that goopy. It's more rigid. It's stiff goo.
Yeah, but
If I
it's
scratch it, like
Nothing
this,
comes off. It's solid. It's really, really hard. It looks transparent, but it is rock solid, if not
so it's
diamond
like
solid.
amber.
So it was liquidus at one point, but now it's rather rigid.
I touch it and cast mending.
Nothing happens. But good try.
the whole thing. The whole ship is fixed.
The ship just uprights.
Hey guys, I think we have a new war machine.
Imagine
I
how many
touch
souls
it
this thing
and I
takes to build,
cast
though.
Dude, this thing's mileage is fucking terrible.
Can we do what we did with the soul
It's
train?
miles per soul.
I,
Can we do it to the soul
Miles per
train and convert it to run on soul coins?
Like souls per mile, am I right?
I touch it and I cast message.
Sweet, nothing happens.
While this is going on, can I just take a close look? No spell cast, but can I sense any magical effects or auras or anything that might be associated with this lock or
Go
the
ahead and
feet?
do an Arcana check.
Okay.
Or you could spend
I feel
a
like
detect
that's
magic
called.
to
I will-
guarantee it.
I was
Oh,
like, I feel like that's a good
the
spell,
Arcana.
and it's called detect magic.
I was trying to say,
I can do that, but I'm also running pretty low on slots.
so I was trying to say I was going to assist.
Bruh, I'm
with
running
Arcana.
pretty low on
You're in a
HP.
Actually, so yeah, you're assisting on Arcana. But
Yeah.
Also, you, Mr. Reginald voices in your head.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
Says,
lost an eye for this thing. Use it.
I did.
Good sir, if you do not mind, I do believe that I could help out in the situation.
Yeah. What you got?
Oh, I can detect magic.
Right.
Would you like me to do so?
Oh, free?
Yeah. So is that a once per day thing or like at will thing? I don't remember.
I can cast that at will whenever I would like.
Right. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and cast detect magic. Analyze.
You can try, stupid bitch. Not like I'm gonna let you.
I fucking just like take the shield, which is like still on my arm, and just smack it against the
Give me
the safe.
a wisdom save, Mr. Aphelion.
I
Do
want
I
to
get advantage because I smacked the shield against the safe?
I would also like to look at Aphelion. Look to Sonya and be
yeah, you
like,
can have
Aphelion
advantage on it.
officially lost his shit.
Okay.
You doing okay there, eh?
No, just
You
it's
doing all right, bud?
18.
An 18, that's enough. You hear like a slight buzz in your head.
How rude. Whatever this thing is that resides in that shield on your arm is quite the ruffian. I'm not sure that I like his presence here, Aphelion. I would very much vote that you oust him.
What
Yeah,
you trying to
well-
say to me, you stupid little uppity bitch? If I had eyes and I could figure out where the hell you were, I'd find you and I would consume you.
Jerry.
You
Kill
could
the fuck
try.
out of you two. Holy shit.
And
There is a surge of magic from Aphelion's eye as
Oh.
he as suddenly it's like a flash.
Oh.
And there is a voice that wants to you, Aphelion.
your head. Analysis complete. The only magic that resides in this room is the items that you all possess, and the sovereign glue that binds this thing to the floor of the Flying Fortress. I hope that was helpful.
It was, thank you. So the stuff on the floor here is sovereign glue. So
How do you know that?
my eye told me.
Do you spy with your little eye?
Oh, right. You gouged that out.
Oh,
Yep.
that shield is being useful.
Got it. Got
It's very
it.
nice to know he can do
There's
these
now
things.
a moment where that eye, Reginald, fixates on you, Ephlipsis, and for just a briefest of moments, Aphelion looks like a chameleon as his eyes are looking in separate directions.
No, I still have the hat of disguise.
Oh, to
hiding
make it
that
look
eye.
normal. Okay.
Yeah, I like normal.
Well,
But we remember you gouging your eye out.
Yeah, no, definitely, but
But like I had totally forgotten. Like why
Yeah.
all of a sudden you just know this?
So yeah, you point out you now know that there is sovereign glue that keeps this thing to the ground,
Yep.
and
does anybody have universal solvent?
I do not think we have to try to move
Totally.
this thing
It's
from
in the
here.
thief's box.
We can try
I
to just.
left it at my massage parlor.
If,
What
okay.
about Demon Icar? Will that do anything?
You can try it.
Hold on there.
Oh, by the way, somebody's
about
gonna
your
need to hold
flubber?
some of this demon ichor. Oh yeah, I could hold flubber at it.
If
But
we want to try to take a bit of a rest because I think we need to do this at some point soon, anyways. I can always refresh myself on a spell that would open this with no problem. We'd have to do this on our way up.
yeah, maybe we take
to
some
move this.
time to take a nap.
Yeah, I don't think we have to move this thing out of the ship. We can just open it up and then see what is inside. We already
there's
know.
no way you're
Did he
getting
say
this
that
thing
there
out of the
was-
ship.
Did your original friend in your eye socket tell you if there's anything on magical nature inside these things?
What if we peeled up the floor underneath it and took that with us?
We could
Just
do that.
carve this
technically.
shit out. And then...
Looney Tunes the shit. out.
Well, here's,
Oh my
here's the
God.
thing that Reginald told me. The only magical things in this room are the items we have on us and the sovereign glue.
Oh, so whatever's inside these things is most likely not magical unless it is shielded against some sort of external.
That being said, I don't think adamantine is considered magical.
Oh, you think the rods are inside these things?
Oh yeah, that would be my guess. That seems like a place you'd keep it, yeah?
Do we know how large these rods are?
I'd imagine probably rod-sized.
Yeah, you guys actually don't know how big they are. You were
Hey,
just
they were-
told by Bell to retrieve
Told us how big
Rod.
they were.
Did he even give us a description?
Yeah, what was the purpose of the rods? Like,
Nope. He was literally
Sonya.
he just was like, "Give me these. I need you to go and retrieve 9
we
adamantine rods."
we dropped the ball or dropped the
At
rod on
least
that one.
8
Yeah.
It was a bit of a heated exchange. You had limited time and information to get from him. Outwardly, he
Yeah.
was a little bit spiky, and he was just kind
Right.
of telepathically telling you guys all those things. So it's a little bit, iffy.
A little intimidating
Why-
talking to an arch.
It's
My
possible
guess.
this thing as the rods. It's also possible it's more soul coins or things of this nature. Or now my curiosity is piqued. I really want to find out what's inside these chests.
Whatever it is, it's not magical, so it can't be
Or-
that exciting.
I
Wait,
have
a soul
also heard
coin's
of-
considered.
How do you know it's not hiding?
I've also
Hey,
heard of
Re-
chests that
Reggie,
can be shielded
Reggie.
detect magic.
Hey, Reggie. Soul coins count as magical items. Do they show up when you detect magic?
Yes, of course. I detected those items on your being, as well as, well, within your, whatever they are, large vehicles that you drive in.
Right. Perfect. Yeah, okay. So in that case, it seems that there's not soul coins in there unless this thing is shielded.
Right. It's always possible.
Say it's
but-
possible it's blocking it.
Yeah.
Willing to
Hey, Reginald,
submit
can you
it to the ground.
can you tell what this safe is made out of?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. Thanks, Reggie. All right. So it's hard to say. Can I tell what material it's made out of?
Looks to be made out of infernal iron, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
But that's also exterior, because they could also
Iron
be shield on
block
the inside.
magic.
Yeah, you can have a second layer.
Because I mean, just looking at spells, there's a lot of references to thin sheets of lead blocking a lot of magic protection.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Is that
Yeah.
would that block them?
Yes.
Because this also seems like a hefty chest.
Yeah, so it's literally 3 foot by 3 foot block.
And it's covered and it's got this other magical like ooze on it. At least keeping it pinned to the ground. Is it all over or is it just like over the claws?
The glue is on the 4 clawed feet that are keeping it on the ground.
Got it. So just on the
Interesting. So why would they have this chest bound? Whatever's inside would be, that would suggest that whatever's inside is
It seems like it would be something important.
Also needing to stay level. Or it's fragile.
Or just so you can't.
Or just that it wouldn't
pick up
fly
the
out
knife
of the
and leave.
side of the fortress when it crashes into the ground.
Yeah, you
I
could have like a
didn't
really
need my
strong
hyena.
devil or demon come by and like try to pick it up and run away with it. So you want to make sure.
Yeah.
All right, we haven't tried the crowbars yet. Do we want to give that a go?
We could try this thing. I don't know if there's any downside
I
to try this.
toss a crowbar to Sonya and Aphelion, and then I call over to my hyena, and I'm gonna sleep on. And it's called Serengeti
Aww.
because that's a cute, and it makes me laugh.
He's
And
we're gonna just
No
you can just
context
be
whatsoever.
Getty for short.
yeah,
Yeah,
Getty.
it's Getty. What up, Getty?
Getty the Getty.
Getty.
All right, so
Now we need
Philly-
to go back and get the Socrates as a friend and call him Meatball, so we can have
Meatball and
Sketty.
Sketty.
God.
All right, so Sonya and Aphelion, give me strength checks, please.
Can I assist him?
Sure. Sonya, give me an athletics
Oh.
check at advantage.
Yeah,
Yes.
so nice.
Are you strength? Don't you have to be proficient to give?
The crowbar bends.
Oh,
You broke my crowbars.
You're welcome.
To be fair, only his would have bent being, handled by me.
One of them bent. Basically, Sonya's bent.
Yeah.
Probably
Hell
almost still
yeah.
running a little bit of extra leverage, but yeah, Sonya, you hold it up, impressed with yourself that you bent a crowbar on this thing. Your muscles bulging.
This isn't a fucking spoon, Sonya.
They said it couldn't be done. Look at it. It looks more like me. You're welcome. I'll hand it back.
I'm gonna grab that crowbar like really aggressively from your hand, Sonya. Chuck it against the chest and just be fuck that. And I take my good crowbar back.
So
I give it
unless you
back.
guys have any other ideas, it seems like a long rest is what your plan may be, because Hemon has another plan for this thing.
I mean, we can also just keep trying combinations until we've tried every combination.
I do think we still have
Possible
other places the
permutation.
ship we can still explore.
It's three.
I don't think we have to wait on this particularly. We can go.
What did you say,
scope out the rest.
Ellipsis?
Possible permutations. It's 3 numbers.
It's 3
For-
numbers, yeah.
Three
And how
numbers,
many
0
numbers
through
on
9.
each?
Number.
It's infernal. I don't know if their number system is the same. Maybe it's
I can't read
It's a combination lock, so it's 1 through 9.
Okay,
Or
so you have
0
you have 1,000
through 9.
combinations, and
I
you
mean,
don't know which
combination
word it
locks
is. You have
also has
1,000 permutations of unknown
1,000
directions.
permutations.
You have 9,991 combinations. Go for it.
It's not 9,990.
If you don't know the direction, it's 9,999 minus the 8 that you have to.
Oh no, there's no
3 by
direction.
3.
So it's not a
It's
directional
not
thing.
direction. It's just 3.
It's just 3
It's just
separate
numbers.
dials.
Three. It's like the
Yeah.
like a
3
suitcase.
separate numbers.
But if it's like one of those locks, you have to rotate alternating directions between the 3 pins. And if you don't know
No,
which
no, no.
direction,
There's not. It's not that way. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
not. It's not like
Most
3
of those
pins.
types of locks
It's
you
like
don't have.
it's like the suitcasey thing where it basically
Yeah.
is just
You just have
need
to put
set
the-
it
you
to
just have
3
1,000
separate
options.
numbers.
Go for it.
So there are 1,000 options. Yeah.
Sure. I don't know how long 1,000 would take, but
It would
I'm
take.
not-
It would
I'm
take
not
a
trying
long
it.
rest. Let's just say that.
so
Well, okay. Let's see. So it's gonna be 1,000, right?
I'm not gonna. Don't even try to calculate it. Don't even unless you
It's
have any.
1,000.
Unless you have a. Does anybody have any ideas? Let's just say that of what combination to put into this thing.
666.
666.
It opens up.
What? What?
I fucking love it.
I like how that was all of our answers too. We had advantage on that, guys.
Yeah.
All of us.
Felion is like thinking about it, just like cracking his knuckles, getting ready to enter every permutation into this thing, and then they were just like, "Oh yeah, just put 666 into this bitch," and it goes.
To be fair, that would have been my first.
Okay.
First one.
Question though.
Not gonna lie. but-
Contextually, out of not liking to meta shit, would 666 be an infernal-esque
I wouldn't
number
worry about
in
this.
this
I'm
world?
pretty sure this is supposed to be a stupid joke.
The other thing too is
Definitely
remember
Because that's the thing. Like,
Mark of the Beast number 616. 666 is a mistranslation from Greek to Roman. So
Yeah, it's basically just a hell, devil, got him.
okay, but that's the thing. Like, if like, because in our world, 666 is like number of the devil. You know,
that's
like.
what I'm saying, yeah, it's
But
All
D&D would we honestly
No,
think
we're
of that?
probably
just
wouldn't
fourth
be.
wall joking.
This
Right.
is a
What
player
else?
puzzle type of thing. That's haha funny. So
did it.
you guys enter that in. The 3 combinations go into place, and the door swings open, and
so hard.
open it up, and you can see inside 9 adamantine rods. Each one weighs about 3 pounds, so they're not like
So they're 8 inches.
yeah, about that much. And you can see that they are engraved with something in infernal.
What does it say? How do you translate
Rough,
that?
the rough translation, but
The rough translation, you look at it, and those who can read infernal, you can see that it says that each of them has the words solar insidiator lock in infernal, followed by a number 1 through 9.
City. What?
As in the
sounds
9
ominous.
different ones have like a different number.
Is solar spelled SOUL or
No,
SO?
SOLAR.
Oh,
Like the sun.
yeah.
Solar
Was there a
insidiator lock.
spot?
Not
Was
is
there
there
a
not
spot outside?
theater.
Insidiator.
Does this have anything?
INSIDIATOR.
This is Hamon having a thought.
So
this
like
really-
insidious.
Does this sound anything like it might be related to the Black Sun?
Give me a Arcana check. Intelligence.
Other question.
Intelligence.
What the other mechanisms that were outside while Haman does this?
13.
Does this?
I
While
doze.
Haman does this.
So
Haman,
okay,
I cannot speak
so
the oaths
Solar,
in
right?
words.
So you conclude that these rods are designed to unlock the companion.
Okay.
So that's-
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that is related
it's
to
not. It
Okay.
wasn't that. It's so you
Mhm.
guys remembered that Thavius Krieg, his contract actually recalled that there was a solar insidiator in that contract. From
Oh,
Zerial.
okay.
So I'll go back and find that because that's actually kind of pertinent to this, right?
Yeah, no kidding. After reading that, I'll look back to you guys and say, I think we're going to have a bit of discussion about what we're doing with these rods now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So the
We need to-
contract itself said, "Be it known to all that I, Thavius Krieg, High Overseer of Elturel, have sworn to my master Zariel, Lord of Avernus, to keep the agreements contained in this oath. I hereby submit to Zariel in all matters and for all time. I will place her above all creatures, living and dead. I will obey her all my days and beyond with fear and civility. I recognize the dispensation of the device called the Solar Insidiator, hereafter called the Companion. In my capacity as High Overseer of Elturel and its vassal territories, I acknowledge that all lands falling under the light of the Companion are forfeit to Zariel. All persons bound by oath to defend Elturel are also considered forfeit. I further recognize that the dispensation will last 50 years, after which the Companion will return whence it came, taking Elturel and its oath-bound defenders with it, if that is Zariel's wish. All of this is my everlasting pledge.
So what can we do with these rods?
Obviously, make a new crowbar.
I mean, you make a good point. I'm trying to think through that. So they were saying that
I glare at Sonya when he says that.
What was the first part? So the Solar Insidiator is to be defended?
It has defenders, yeah.
Yeah, it says, well, I recognize the dispensation of the device called the Solar Insidiator, hereafter called the Companion. So
this is from Zariel. So Zariel dispenses the protection or stewardship of the Companion to the Elturel.
Thavius Krieg and Elturel.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. And
it's been 50 years, so it's now returned.
Yes, and it says, all persons bound, and then I acknowledge that all lands falling under the light of the Companion, aka the Solar Insidiator, are forfeit to Zariel. All persons bound by oath to defend Elturel are also considered forfeit, which, as you guys know, there was that book, the Creed Resolute, which everybody signed.
Yeah. So the way that's written, I mean, this is just straight up written. If we were to say turn off the Companion, anyone who didn't sign the book but was pulled down would be freed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be one option there. But if we're concerned about the city itself, but the city itself cannot sign, so the city itself should return if we did this.
Right. Yeah. The part about the persons bound by oath to defend Elturel are considered forfeit as well. That's like a bone. That's basically.
So anyone who signed the book is already they're kind of damned unless we do something about the book too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
We have to break the contract.
The book being the contract, you mean?
Yeah.
I further recognize that this dispensation will last 50 years, after which the Companion will return whence it came, taking Elturel and its oath-bound defenders with it.
Oath. And then the way that's stated, that means.
Honestly, it sounds to me like almost it's guaranteed that Elturel will be taken, whether or not
let's give it a 50-year time, right? It was a Hong Kong lease of hell. Like it was coming home at some point. Yeah, maybe it's a bad reference. I don't know, but it's sort
too
of
soon.
No, that
99 years too late. Yeah, no, it really is like the 99-year lease. It's the same idea, and returning to a rather lawful. Well, I'm not going off the edge on that one, but
goes back to its previous owner.
Yeah.
So it seems like from your guys as you're noodling over this, you can. There was obviously, you now remember the contract. So the contract that I just read out, knowing now what you guys do know about contracts, etc., the contract itself could be broken. But that would probably mean having Zariel break that contract as well.
Right.
So, again...
Why does Bale want these rods? Is he gonna... Let's think that one through. What is he gonna do with them?
He said it was to smith weapons, but I'm gonna...
Obviously not at this point. No.
Yeah.
He's doing something with the sun to take back... Maybe to take the souls from Zariel and then use that to power or please Asmodeus and say, hey, look, I have the souls now, get rid of Zariel? That's my guess, but I don't know.
But it's not that many souls. Like, that's the thing. It's like...
It seems like how many millions there gotta be down here.
Yeah,
It's
compared
it's
to
it's thousands basically, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
if you're talking
thousands.
about margins, if you're talking about a hellish war where your margins on both sides are very close, 1,000 souls will swing your power pretty strongly, right?
Mhm.
And you're
Yeah.
talking about him as an individual devil, not necessarily remember, there's not just a monolithic devil army. Each of these different captains or factions within the devil armies are going to have their own personal.
Also
vengeance.
remember that Bell hates Zerial.
Right, and that's
A
that's
lot.
right now. So if he could take those souls back from her, if nothing else,
Yeah.
he spoils her day. And maybe he gets Asmodeus to say, "Hey, you're doing good. Get the hell out of here, Zeri. You're back in business." I think that's his angle, but I'm not certain.
So
what are we going to do with this, though? This is interesting.
Do we know exactly like what the role of the rods are in the companion? Like, could he be trying to make his own, or are they needed to do something with the current?
With that roll that Hamon made, it wasn't even that you didn't even need to roll that high.
Mhm.
You now know, like Hamon knows that the rods are designed to unlock the companion.
Okay.
So that would like remove it from its place over the city,
suggesting that it might contain something.
Well,
I see. Another soul of some sort, maybe.
We have already seen a unicorn used for such a purpose. What if this is
Yeah.
something like a...
Another thing too is if you unlock it, you would also possibly remove the light or disrupt it, which would then again you'd free the ones who never signed their souls away in the first, which is part of the thing, and possibly the city of El Terrell. And that's our whole goal, really, at the end of this. Plus all the other fun things we want to do down here. But that would be one way of possibly sending El Terrell back if we took these and said, "Fuck it, we're gonna find the solar incinerator." Solar incendiator, that word. We could try to find it, which it's the companion itself. So, that could be fun, but we got to figure out what we want to do with it now.
Interestingly, I didn't know the word incendiator, so I looked it up. And it means one who lies in ambush, which is very interesting given what the companion was.
Nothing significant whatsoever. It's
Yeah,
just a
dude,
name.
Krieg didn't fucking understand English apparently when he signed his contract.
Yeah.
He was just like, all right, that thing sounds badass. Well, at the point in time when he signed that contract, he was basically signing it out of desperation in order to more or less save El Terrell from a vampire incursion. So,
yeah,
it was not an optimal decision.
No,
It's at times desperate measures sort of a thing, and
yeah,
those come back to bite you. This is interesting, though. I personally, from a Hamon character standpoint, I need to think about what I want to do here. Like, this is not something I can just come up with. Like, oh, let's do this. I'm gonna think.
So, I mean, here's the thing: like, these rods will open up the companion. Yeah, who says that we can't give them to Bell afterwards?
I'm pretty sure he'd figure out that the companion has been unlocked at that point. If that was
Well, yeah, but he never told us we couldn't do that. We'd still be getting him the rods that he asked for. And
I mean, but it is on good faith that he's going to give us the information we're looking for to begin with. I feel like if we piss him off, he's not going to.
What you're getting at there is you're going very letter of the law. This is very devilish of you. I appreciate your approach. I do not feel archdevils are as beholden to the finer details. I feel that they may be able to bend these things a little bit more.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they're just as held to their contracts as anyone else. And a verbal contract is still a contract.
But when you're the one at the top of the ladder, you do not have to try to.
Here's the thing. Worst comes to worst, we go to Avernus Small Claims Court.
Sign a contract.
Judge Judy.
Oh, there's got to be a Judge Judy. I just can't think right now. Brain slow.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is that we can still try to do these things. I'm just saying that I would not expect him to really respect anything, any contract or any decision or anything we have agreed to at this point, because we never signed the contract.
Yeah, there's been nothing official. There's nothing officially recognized in the language of hell.
I guess that technically wasn't a verbal contract since it was in our heads.
Yeah. And
that being said,
that could actually be that could
if
be
we
relevant.
did go to small claims court, what are we going to say? Yeah, you.
I thought he said this.
No, what we'll say is, hey, your boy Bell petitioned us to help him betray Zerial again.
I feel this might be a very bold thing of me to say at this point, but I think we're going to have to operate outside of Hell's laws.
Are you saying we have to take the law into our own hands?
I'll say we may have to become hellish outlaws. I know it's very sexy, but we have to figure out
I'm
how
a little aroused.
Well,
I mean, aren't we kind of already like the
Yeah, but
outlaws
you
of
say it
hell?
like that, it's so much cooler.
The outlaws of Avernus, the
Hmm.
Coochie Crusaders.
We must add to our very bountiful title.
By the time we're done with this, we're gonna have the biggest title that hell has ever seen.
What? Wait, maybe I'm just spitballing here, but what if we took over Avernus?
Nah.
What's
No.
cons-
That's
I
whack, dude.
mean, do you really want? I don't think you can have control of Avernus without becoming a devil.
I might have a guy being delivered to me who might be interested in that position.
All I'm saying is that as we're seeing how the higher levels of hell operate, it's honestly much more mundane than I originally believed. It's all power struggles. It's the same thing we see within our own humanity. It's kind of a reflection in a poetic sense in this regards. It's understandable.
I guess for your goal of keeping the planes out of the material plane,
That is definitely what is driving my thought at this point.
you'd have a lot more control from within.
And I mean, it is part of my order's tradition that I don't want to try to make myself sound so important like this, but sometimes one person may have to take on the sins of many to save the world.
That's what Zariel did.
Sometimes I do it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the way you're. No.
No, here's the thing.
No, Hamon, have you lost your mind? We can go find it.
Yeah, it's probably spread over the sands at this point. But I know it sounds so silly. I would never have thought this even a month ago. It's very crazy, but for once there seems to be actually an avenue to do something this crazy. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to try to push it for our main idea, but it's a concept we may.
I just thought of the quote from Weird Science.
Which one?
If you want to learn to be a party animal, you have to learn to live in the jungle.
So if you want to, if you want to be,
If you want to be a
devil,
party animal, you have to learn to live in the jungle.
Yeah.
Want to be a party devil, you got to learn to live in Avernus.
Yeah. I mean, Churro's definitely taking to it.
Gives you a thumbs up from the corner.
I don't know what
Churro, where
that means,
Churro
but-
and Sketty are now just chilling and hanging out, somehow communicating with each other.
I was going to say, has Churro changed in appearance again?
No, I mean he just popped into existence being covered in slime. He shook that off pretty well though.
Okay, I didn't know if he had like another teardrop tattoo or something.
Nah, wasn't that gnarly of a death that time. Just kind of got chewed up.
Right.
It's just a thought, but at the first place, at least we need to figure out what our. I think at this point, the main thing we have to figure out is who or what are we going to side with, and how are we going to approach this thing next.
I think.
I do not want to deal with Bell.
Can Sketty come?
Oh yeah, Sketty can come as long as he does not shit in the corner.
He's potty trained.
You look over and he's literally taking a shit in the corner.
We have no proof of that potty training.
See, that's his corner.
As long as
Yeah, and when we leave that corner, where's he gonna shit?
In another corner.
Flips this
around the room.
Prestidigitation, yes.
They have totally.
Make something like this. If you take care of the shit and you take him with us, I'm fine with this. If he eats Churro, though, he's out.
I totally. Wait, who's someone magic next? I'm just gonna lean over to Glenn. Yo, you know prestidigitation, right? As Glimmer fades away.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, will you help a tiefling out?
Yeah, I got it. I'll prestidigitate the shit in the
Yeah,
corner.
totally gonna prestify the shit out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
So this seems like a good point for you guys to take your rest, as you now have the 9 adamantine rods in your possession. This is a pretty secure spot up here, in all honesty, at the top of this thing. Yes, it's swaying from side to side a little bit in the wind, but you know, it's high off the ground. The room with Sketty and Churro seems to be pretty protective, as well as the room with the bell and stuff like that. You could probably push one of the machines over the hatch and keep anybody from climbing up here. So, yeah, would you guys like to do a long rest here and start to recover your stuff?
Oh yeah, I was also going to ask. Ask. I don't know if that's a thing. I was going to tell Sketty to kind of keep like guard dog, you know, like how Thumper, when he hears something rolling by the hallway, he'll be like brrr, and we'll be like, what is it, boy? Like I want Sketty
give me a
to do
give me a performance check.
that. Performance. Can't
show him how it's done.
persuasion.
No.
Persuade him through the.
He looks at you, nods his
No.
head.
That's not the way it happened.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're about to sleep, right?
Yes.
Wait, real quick. Okay, never mind.
Oh, sorry.
I could try to give you my my 10 portent, but it'd give you a 14, so it's probably the same.
It's about the same. Eclipsis, you basically pantomime watching the door and guarding it, and Sketty looks at you, looks at his pile of bones, looks at the door, grabs the pile of bones up in his arms, scoots them over to the door, plops them down there, and then sits.
I pat him on the head.
Give me a dexterity save.
Oh no!
Why am I getting all the
Give you my portent. I know it's
Poke him in the eye.
He bites his own hand.
Oh,
you hear like as he's been like he's doing the Ed thing where like Ed's when Ed chews on his own foot like.
By the way, as I was pantomiming that, as Scuzz was walking through that, I was literally sitting over here pantomiming it, like, okay, yeah, like you do this, you do, like, and acting it out without any noise. And only Scuzz could see it.
Not gonna lie, I'm doing that constantly when we're doing stuff. Like DM one.
So that's what. So after he finishes biting on his own arm, he lets it go with a spitty split, and sits back down and then salutes you like that gif.
Boy,
that's awesome.
I'm gonna mend his arm.
Okay, yeah, the hair grows back on that small little area that he had chewed upon. All right.
So he knows I'm a friend.
So you guys have the I
will actually use my healing hands to do the thing. I'll heal him. Heal his bite wound.
Give me an animal handling check.
Okay.
I'll give you.
Crit.
I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
So what is it about the way that like you approach him or something? Because he hasn't. I mean, Eclipsis is the only one who's like fed him and given any kind of, attention to him in a friendly way. Nobody else has threatened him. Nobody else has threatened him. But how do you approach him? That makes sense.
I just approach him like the sentient creature he is instead of an animal.
He doesn't respond to that because he is a absolute idiot. But he looks to you, and I think it's just basically your demeanor and the way that you approach him kind of shies back for a moment. Once again, gathers his pile of bones, and he kind of puts his head forward and and then kind of lifts his arm up where you can still see some of the little bit of null blood bleeding from it. And you use your healing hands on him, and the fur grows back. The skin stitches itself back together, more so than the mending did. And he lets out a kind of satisfactory laugh, and sits down, scrounges through his pile of bones, finds his favorite one apparently, and sticks it in his mouth and starts eating it.
I smile, loving him.
he gives you he catches you out of the side eye. It's like it's literally like when you catch your dog like chewing on something, and it's like the nom 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 nom, and then he stops suddenly and like looks at you out of like the side eye.
This is probably the most genuine smile you've ever seen.
His jaw, Sketty's jaw drops, and the bone hangs from his like lip for a moment, and then he slurps it back in.
Oh, it's like a cigarette in an old-timey cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yum, 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 yum.
You're such a strong chewer.
All right. So as you guys take
Good
your long rest here in the upper floors of the flying fortress, is there anything anybody would like to do? Glimmer, we'll start with you. Or are you just kind of hunkering down and getting your rest?
I think I'm just gonna hunker down.
Okay. Hamon, anything from you?
I would just spend a couple of the hours again to keep working on my spell book once comfortable. Not enough to get.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, you got the knoll against the door. Nobody really has to take a watch. So whatever would have been a watch, you can take 2 hours to continue your work.
If I did 3 full hours, would I get exhaustion?
Yes, you would.
Okay, I'll take 2. Yeah, I'll work 2 more on it.
Okay. Aphelion, anything you'd like to do?
I don't know. I'm thinking. Come back to me.
Okay. Eclipsis, besides watching your new pet eat bones in the corner.
I was gonna say my sole goal for any extra time awake would be just sitting. I'm just trying to bond with him. So I'd be like talking to him, hanging out, kind of like giving him like a recap of our adventure. Like you're talking to a dog while you're like working on something, you know, like you're working on something and you're alone in the house and you just like start talking to your dog and they're your best friend. Like that's
yeah,
how I
and that's
treat
exactly
this.
what it looks like. Is that you have Eclipsis leaning up against the wall, the iron wall of this flying fortress, with the crunching and munching sound of Sketty eating his pile of bones, just chewing on random ones, spitting one out, grabbing another one that's not as chewed upon and eating it. And then he pauses every once in a while to like stop chewing and seems to look at you and listen to you for a second, and then just goes back to chewing. But obviously that doesn't stop you from continuously talking to him.
I would also like to figure out if anyone knows how to speak to gnolls.
If what? I think you cut out there a little bit.
If anyone knows how to speak to gnolls, like
Well, it's not speaking a language, so
Yeah, I can't. I had the greater
Like,
comprehension running. I couldn't understand
but
anything.
gnolls aren't like an intelligent creature.
So you're saying-
Knoll speak Knoll, but he's not speaking Knoll.
yeah.
He's just
Probably gone insane from being stuck on this ridiculous ship.
Insane in the hell brain.
Don't gnolls
saying
speak
the
Abyssal?
hellbrain.
I thought they
This
were.
Knoll,
I
this
thought they
Knoll
were
speaks
demonic,
Knoll.
but they have
Knoll
no
speak
language.
Knoll.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to establish a language with in the sense of like when someone's speaking a different language than you, but you learn to have an understanding because I
So
know
you
you're
start
intelligent
to
enough to figure that out.
You could probably start to work on that, I would say.
Yeah, like a simple like, I love you.
Oh my god, it's Avernus fucking what's her name? Who's the chick who worked with monkeys?
Oh, Jane Goodall.
It's
Jane
Jane
Goodall.
Goodall with gorillas, except it's a Flipsis with a fucking deranged knoll and trying to.
I've become
It's instead of
Jane
gorillas in the
Goodall.
mist, it's gnolls in the
Knolls
Pits?
in the flames.
Abyss.
Knolls in the pits.
Abyss.
Oh god.
in the
Jane-
abyss. Nice.
A Flipsis.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
Jesus
I'm not,
Christ, in the
my brain is as smooth as glass right now.
So-
you guys gotta,
No, I that's what I'd be spending time on, and obviously it would take more than one night.
Yeah,
But-
well, absolutely, yeah.
But yeah,
but it's
that's
something
when I
that I know you're
start
working
trying to
on.
build a connection. Yeah.
Okay, so Sonya, what would you like to be doing?
Would I have brought my sewing machine
Books.
with me? I don't think that's something that I would normally bring, but I just checking.
Your what?
Would I have brought the sewing machine?
Sure.
just been carrying
I
that on
just
his
saw
back
that
this
kid.
whole
I just
time.
like I feel really weird like so like to know,
I think so. The way that the sewing
Where
machine
did that
works,
gift
I
come
almost want to
from?
believe that it's like one of the fucking like. It's built in a way that it is collapsible and not like as you're not hauling around a fucking industrial sewing machine.
It should be one of those little handheld sewing machines that you're just like.
why is this?
They exist.
Yeah, I'm so confused about this duck gift. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, this.
I was trying to look up the old school Looney Tunes cigarette smoking thing where the guy's like rolling the cigarette on his
Where it
mouth.
like falls down.
Yeah,
Oh,
and he
this
like
is not what
back
I'm
in,
looking for. Oh,
and
okay.
then it's just
Where
I
you
just
like
saw that,
Looney
and I was
Tune
like, you know what?
roll.
No, what you're looking for is it's this. It's like the Tom from like Tom and Jerry.
Yes, that's
with the,
exactly
like,
what it was. Tom and Jerry. That's what it was.
blap.
I'm telling you, my brain is basically off right
yeah,
now.
there. Like the. Wow, dude, that loop! Holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it. Okay, so Sonia, what would you like to be doing with that collapsible infernal sewing machine?
I mean, I would very much just be making like a little banner for Slobber Chops being like best party pet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
'cause-
during
Wow.
give me,
Someone would
yeah,
like
wow.
that's right.
Direct attack on Sketty.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many
He's-
party. Everybody has
he's
a party
sentient.
pet.
He doesn't fucking. He's not.
I
He's
guess,
not a
I
fucking
guess
party pet.
Lulu will
He's-
gravitate now to Glimmer.
Yeah, because they're
Oh.
both fucking gold.
I do want to speak
Ugh.
with Philion before we go to sleep because I've been meaning to do that, but after everything.
So Sonia, while you're making that thing, it's pretty easy to just make a simple banner. You hear a small like tink tink like sound of glass on steel.
I would look over and see what's causing that noise.
You look and you can see Jalome, aka Flubber, has made its way out of Aphelion's bag and is rolling his jar towards you.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
best party pet.
What's
my
up?
ass.
stop what I'm doing. I kind of pick it up and look at it. Like, well, you sure seem like you need some help there, buddy.
Looks at it, the ooze kind of presses itself up against the side of this jar, moves back. You watch it kind of shake for a moment, and then it forms two little tendrils and flexes at you.
That's
Oh,
a
my
challenge.
That's adorable.
I think it was just one of those like, it's more like this. You see, I'd hold it out, like pick up the jar, hold it in front of me, and kind of just like flex a bicep. Like, no, it's like this. You gotta focus here. Loosen the shoulder, tighten the elbow.
You should pour it on your bicep. See what happens. Pour it on your bicep.
Stop telling me to oil myself
Oil
for
yourself
bedtime.
up, Sonya.
Yeah,
Come
you
on,
watch as it
come on.
flexes again. It does it a little bit harder, vibrates the jar like.
All right, I think we're getting somewhere with this. Then, if no one's really watching Sonya, I would try to like unscrew the lid for it.
Totally watching.
I think it flips us. You're too busy with fucking Sketty trying
I
to.
think I would
I'm
notice if
sitting
it,
on
if
the
it
wall
escaped my pack,
talking
though.
to Sketty. I'm
Yeah.
looking out into the room.
Well, no. Each of these moments, even though we're kind of all we're not doing watches. This is like on Sonya's quote unquote watch. The jar rolls over to
Okay,
him.
so like when Sonya would
Yeah.
be awake.
Yeah, when Sonya
Okay,
would be
okay,
awake.
got it.
That's the way long rest works. So yeah, you open the lid to this thing, Sonya, and for a moment it hesitates, and then the goop slowly crawls out and kind of hangs on the perches on the lip of the jar.
First contact.
So, I would kind of look down and be like, "All right, now we can flex mono blubbo." I would kind of I'd like poke it
It jiggles.
gently.
I have a question.
What?
What is Sketty's reaction
Sketty asleep.
to Flubber? Sketty's supposed to be keeping guard.
He had a lot
good
of
job.
bird
What do you
meat. He
expect?
God damn it.
You rolled a 13.
I'm only sleeping because Sketty said he was gonna be watching.
No. Yeah, so Flips is asleep, and Sketty is asleep.
We're curled up together.
No, he's not curled up on you. He's
no, not on me. Just like next.
Yeah, he's curled up next
to
to you, but he is doing the dog sleep thing. His ass is in the air, up against the door. His legs splayed to either side. His head is
every now and then he
buried
kicks.
under a pile of his own bones that he's gathered up and pulled over his head like an ostrich, and his tail is just in between
And
his
every
legs
now and
hanging
then
there.
he kicks Flip in like the stomach.
Yeah, as he dreams. So Sonya,
because that's what Thumper does.
So Sonya, the Jalome hangs, like, perches on the edge of on the lip of the bottle, and flexes back at you as well now, just doing the Mr. Olympia flexing as you're flexing at him.
I mean, we gotta find out a use for you sort of thing. Maybe a job that you can handle.
He jumps off of the jar and onto your arm. It's a cool feeling, kind of like a icy hot type of feeling as it starts to crawl up your arm.
Oh, you feel nice. As it's crawling up, I flex at it, like where it's going, kind of like, I give it the rest, like the flex the pecs back and forth sort of thing. I'll just like flex, like the arm constantly as he's on it, just see like how he reacts to it.
It pauses for a moment. Little tendril comes out, pokes at the bicep.
Oh man, you're like getting stronger already just by being near me, just like everybody else I'm with. Nice. All right. I think I would be like, okay, what happens if I put him like on my shoulder, like kind of underneath, like along my neck, kind of like between the armor or my shirt.
So
and my
he
skin.
slurps in there.
Does it do anything?
He slurps around, and suddenly makes a beeline for your mouth.
Oh God!
Give me a dexterity save.
I think, be like, hey, consent is important. try to hold on it real quick, but then I kind of like grab him. I grab him to try to stop him, but then we kind of like taste him with my tongue.
Okay.
Hot and heavy in here.
Yeah. How does it taste?
Give me a dexterity save first.
Oh God, no.
Nice.
Ooh. +4, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
+4. You grab at this thing and you try to nab it as it's like writhing around your neck, and then suddenly goes for your mouth. Tastes like mint chocolate ice cream, and then tastes like fried chicken, and then suddenly it's down your throat and into your stomach.
Oh God, who's in my mouth?
We watch as we see Sonya burp for a moment. He lets out a belch. And
I look over my book writing to watch this.
oh no,
now.
nobody else is awake at this point.
Oh, this is right. You're taking this off. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh God. Is my stomach upset, or I just have a really bad burp?
It's basically like a real bad burp as you suddenly kind of like you get that like full body shake. And then from within you hear,
Oh yeah, man, this shit's awesome! Oh baby, this is gonna be good!
I love him.
Oh God. What happened to the other guy?
What other guy, man?
Well, usually in times of great crisis, I have another guy who shows up and calls me brother and stuff. But what are you doing in there? What are you doing inside me?
I'm just your fucking, like, I'm your new best friend, dude.
I already have a best friend myself. You can be my next best friend, though. What do you... What do I call you? Since you just
Call me?
decided to assault me.
I have no fucking idea. Well, I'll think of a name for myself soon. Nobody ever had to call me anything. It's kind of weird.
I've been referring to him as Jalome this whole time.
Well, yeah, he's not inside you right now.
Yeah, no. I'm just wondering if he even heard it. That's kind of what I'm wondering.
He doesn't have ears.
Did.
You don't want respected flex.
DM just hates the name. That's just what I'm getting here.
No, it is. He doesn't know. He doesn't really have a name, and he wasn't really able to like. He was communicating through other means, and now that he's in, your boy Sonya, you hear that voice again.
Yo, you want to see something cool?
Sure.
Concentrate
not hurt.
real hard. Become like water.
Oh, but that's so hard for Sonya.
Oh my god, I don't understand. Okay.
What does it mean to concentrate?
Okay. I'm gonna think on myself.
Just think about what's your favorite word. What's your favorite word? Use that word.
Sonya.
That might not work so well. Think of a word that's special to you.
Moist.
That's not Sonya. Not Sonya.
Okay. Okay.
Montesquieu.
Not Sonya. Not Sonya. Not.
All right. Okay. I'm just gonna focus in on the word muscles.
Ironic. So you focus in on the word muscles, and suddenly you become amorphous and gain the qualities of an ooze. For the next minute, you, along with any equipment you are wearing, can move through a space as narrow as an inch wide without squeezing.
Oh god!
I can't wait to see this visually in my mind. What the fuck?
I just imagine he comes through, but his face remains the same as he's pushing through that.
Sonya
it just means a flattened face.
Sonya
yeah.
is now the
It's got like the
T2000 or the
amorphous
T whatever the
Sonya.
hell it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Pickle Sonya. Yeah, T1000 Sonya is pretty
That's,
accurate. What I was thinking.
Yeah, it's on brand too.
Just passes
if you
through
want
the
to
grates
lift.
of yeah.
Yeah.
Just passes through the jail cell iron bars. Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it.
Just,
and how often can I do this?
So I'll send you all this stuff. Also,
Sure.
he communicates to you as well that he's just like.
Also, just be careful when you burp really loudly. It tends to, make my gelatinous material vibrate a little bit much more. Woo.
As
do
a
I get
action
you
as
out?
well. So you have two things. So one, you are resistant. While attuned to this item, you have resistance to poison and acid damage, and you are immune to being poisoned. Or you are immune to the poison condition.
Oh, that means between you and the paladin thing, you're immune to poison and disease now. That's actually pretty cool.
Yep.
Sonya
Amorphous.
goes and uses or buys used needles.
So the amorphous, the turn to goo, is once per day.
Okay.
You have the other thing, the acid reflux, basically, is as an action, you can exhale acid in a 30-foot line that is 5 feet wide. Each creature in the line must make a dex saving throw, taking 8d8 acid damage on a failed save.
Holy
or half
fuck.
as much on a successful
Wow, you
one.
weaponized your indigestion. That's amazing.
Also, symbiotic nature. The ooze cannot be removed from you while you are attuned to it, and you cannot voluntarily end your attunement to it if you are targeted.
Oh god, it just has to get bored of me?
Wait, does that mean you can only get like a wish spell gift out of it or something? Or greater restoration, maybe?
A spell that can end a curse.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could do that if you ever want. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know about this, but I'm just saying, like,
It's the same as
Yeah.
the tentacle.
As the tentacle.
Right.
It has
Right.
a
So that's
property
something
of-
if you get either of you
Confident
guys get bored of
everyone
your
has
onboard enhancement, I can remove that tattoo essentially. But I don't think you're gonna want to get rid of those anytime soon. That's some fun
Not
shit
too
right
dope.
there.
So it technically doesn't have a name, Sonia, but I put the item in the group items tab of the journal. You'll now see something that is called Kierson's Ooze. So it was once somebody's ooze, but it's now Sonia's ooze, and you get to name it what you want.
All right. I will call it Sonia's Ooze.
So
adventures today.
Yeah, so there's we close on Sonia's little vignette there with him having a little acid reflux burp as a puff of green acidic smoke kind of just floats out of his mouth as somebody is now dancing around in his where would the ooze live? It wouldn't live in your stomach. It's probably just like cruising around in your like lymph node stuff.
Is it in my chin?
Yes, he perches in your chin, if you would like it to be. He is now in your chin.
Botox in the chin.
Yeah.
It's even bigger than we've seen before.
Oh, God.
Everybody wakes up.
I like the idea of Botox. And they're just like extra tight forehead and lips.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in his face. It's just now like his eyebrows are like his fucking forehead brow line is like super fucking extended and like really impactful. His cheekbones and
Can't
chin
move my
are-
face. Yeah.
Aphelion, would you like to resummon Stella?
Yeah, I would resummon Stella. It'd be part of what I'd do. And then the other part of what I would do is, one, I would probably be like, where the fuck is Jalome?
You look, so on your watch, when you wake up, you look over and you see Sonia passed out, his, like, snoring extremely loudly, and in his hand is an open jar.
What the fuck?
Aw, shit.
Hid your stash, man.
Give me a perception check, Aphelion.
Okay. Perception.
So as he snores really loudly, his mouth opens up really wide, like, and you can see in the back of his throat, your Jalome waves at you, and then goes right down his throat.
What the?
Or Jalome, the ooze waves at you, or this is like kind of like you see it like in the back of his throat.
Well, Jalome seems happy enough in that, but what? Okay. Yeah. I've got 39 flasks of Demon Ichor. I'm gonna start making grenades.
Okay. Awesome.
I figured
And
we were
actually,
doing shots all night.
I was actually waiting for that. I was like, he just takes shots for the rest of the night. Okay, no, actually, this is a great place to do it, Aphelion. And you don't even need to make too many rolls. You have your Tinker's Kit that you are. I would say you're now proficient with that for sure. And you like on your rest or your watch, you could just like wander through this room, go to the damaged console there, or the damaged console in the other room. Start pulling bits and pieces out of it and making some pretty potent Demon Ichor flasks now with some additional Infernal Iron Shrapnel in them.
All right, then I'll make even better Demon Ichor grenades.
Yeah.
As many as I can.
Okay, why don't you do a Tinker's Kit roll with advantage?
With advantage, all right. Advantage. Dexterity.
Yeah. Cool.
20.
So there was 20 in each one. You're able to make... we'll call that in a 2-hour watch. I'm not gonna have it be too many, but it's basically like it's 10 additional grenades.
Okay. So down to 29 flasks and grenades, Demon Ichor grenades. All right.
Yeah, give it 10 Demon Ichor grenade plus.
Grenade plus.
Yeah. And I think at this point, I know, Hamon, you said you wanted to have a conversation with Aphelion.
That'll probably be in the morning, I would guess, at this point.
So as everybody's waking up, why don't we do that?
Okay. That makes sense, especially if you had last watch and you're just working through your flasks, and I probably would have woken up early because falling asleep mid spell
I would
transcription.
definitely would have just like dip my fingers in the demon ichor a couple times.
Okay,
Oh,
give
just
me
take
a
a-
couple. Give me a couple con.
Just take a little bump.
Yep, just take a little bump. A couple of con saves. All right, I'm
Let's do
more
keep
than 10
going.
feet away from Sonya. We'll say
Yes,
that.
You
I'm
are.
working.
I can see that you're out of his aura.
Yep. All right, perfect. In that case, we got not an advantage,
Con
normal.
save.
All
All right, give me a d20.
Okay. Bruh. It's gonna be the best effect. Just you wait.
You explode.
On
The sphere of
command.
annihilation shows up in front of you. What do you do?
Oh, sorry, it's a D100. Give me a D100.
D100. Oh. Can we just say that's a 100?
It's a 100.
100.
That
Sure,
don't work that
I'm
way.
fine with that. No,
Okay.
no.
One
Let's
short.
see, 68. What would that be? Let me look and see which one would be. Oh,
Which one would be?
Just pick whichever's more fun.
so you don't. So you wouldn't notice this, actually, but we'll role play it out as Hamon wakes up after you've kind of been doing this, and you kind of sit there and blinking. Hamon, you wake up early and you walk around the corner to look at Aphelion.
Mm-hmm.
His entire eye, each of his eyes, entirely black.
Actually, I
Aphelion?
still have the hat of
Including
disguise
the-
on, don't I?
Including the broken.
Yeah. Oh, the head of disguise.
This is gonna be
is
interesting
on.
because you have one.
Wait,
eye
how
that's
long does the
not
hat of
an eye.
disguise last? Because I probably wouldn't have.
It would wear off. Let's just say for the sake of it, it wears off. So you walk
Yeah.
around the corner, you look, and his
Uh-huh.
eyes are like, not even like no whites of his eyes. His eyes are
Ooh.
entirely black.
So I walk around. Aphelion, I have a question. But you trying to do something fun with your eyes again? I know you already removed one of them to put the thing in your face, but is that really necessary?
Wait, what's
Oh,
going on?
actually, it would be one of your eyes would be that because
Yes,
the
the
other
other
one you
one's-
look and it's the metallic sphere that like swirls around chameleon like, and then the other
Uh-huh.
eye is a pure inky black.
Wait, you already changed one of your eyes, so you're not doing this. This is why is your eye black?
Oh, wait.
Oh, don't tell me you're taking hit. Oh, okay, I see. I think I understand
Yeah,
what's
there's
going
like
on here.
stains around of like demon ichor. You can see the parts that he's been making grenades out of. They're probably like some of them are out
Wait,
still from his backpack.
Do you feel any different? Do you notice anything? Your eye is completely black. The one that is not the original.
That's weird. I don't think I've got anything going on other than the looks of it.
Give me a perception check.
Oh shit!
Makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
You look around and you start to adjust to your surroundings. You look back into the room where the safe is. You now have dark vision out to 120 feet.
Oh, holy shit!
That's cool.
So
I can see in the dark real well.
out of one eye.
Out of one eye.
Man,
Your
I have
depth
to say that
perception breaks, but
I just take a moment to just take a slow sweeping watch around. I probably see Sonny on his back, snoring, chin quivering. Flips this with the dog in the corner.
You didn't-
Glimmer with
you
Lulu.
didn't have dark vision before, did you?
No, I did. Awesamar have him. Has it?
Okay, but now you have double your dark vision.
Yep.
Oh, because it goes further. Because 60 now it's 120 or something.
Yep.
Yeah. But I was looking around the room and seeing all the oddities that's happened to us, and look back to you. It's like, you know what? That's not even close to the craziest thing that's happened to us so far.
Hamon, you look over at Sonya, who's still snoring on the ground, and you see a piece of green goop coming out of his ear.
Oh no! We take one map, and all of a sudden everyone is ingesting and changing their shit. You know what?
Yeah.
You know, it's
been
okay.
a wild ride.
It's very understandable to be fair. Is he okay? I'll take a quick look. Without disturbing him, I just want to make sure. Does he seem like he's okay? He's breathing normally and everything, right?
Sonya, what kind of dream would you be having?
I think Sonny would have a dream of just like eating really bad sushi.
So you watch as his face screws up, like.
No, he's probably okay. I think he probably just had a dream where he saw a statue of his face that was incorrect. It's fine.
Well,
He
honestly,
rips ass, and a little green cloud emits from behind him and melts half of the console of like the machinery behind him with some acid damage.
yeah. So as it turns out, Jalome is inside him now.
Well, it's clearly something because he just farted that thing to death.
Yeah.
Death.
Well, here's the thing. Like, he didn't like forcefully eat Jalome, I think. Because
You just happened to in the night. You just you woke up and
I mean, you
found him
look
with
over.
the...
Hamon,
I
he
woke
still
up,
has the jar.
yeah.
He still has like, Sonya still has the jar in his hand.
I see. Okay, so like yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so he
Jalome like
you
poked
think,
its head out and waved at me. It was kind of weird.
and he just you think he came
Sounds
over
like
and
a-
took Jalome or whoever from you, or you think that this is some... Because he was very skittish, right? You tried to make contact with the slime and nothing was
Yeah,
happening.
he didn't like me that much. Enough to,
Seems...
he did not want to be inside me, apparently.
Well, apparently Sonya is just the man he wants to be inside, and I mean, I'm sure
there are
many
a lot of
can
people
understand
that
these.
do.
Yeah. No, that actually does remind me of the question I want to ask you.
Yes.
I
continue.
also want to say that, like, I saw Jalome wave at me. Sounds like something that Ralph Wiggum would say.
Yeah.
One of the babies waved at me.
Oh, how do you do, neighbor?
This also remind me of the thing, though. I want to briefly ask you. I look over at Stella, right? Is what you named?
Yes, Stella.
It's probably curled
I know
up around your arm,
you
right,
you
Aphelion?
died. You died. You came back. You have a shield. You have a contract, but that's new. And I recognize. I can understand exactly the relationship you all these things. Why do you have familiar now? Where did you find these?
I learned the spell Find Familiar.
Okay, if you want to be pedantic about it, that's fine. But where did this power come? Is this Golgoth?
Yep.
Okay, so you're now working directly with him? Is this your
No.
chat?
I'm using him as a resource.
I would be very careful about these things.
I'm being careful. Don't you worry.
And you've heard
And
of
I
this,
mean-
Simone. You've heard of this before. The fact
Yeah.
that, like, more or less, I mean, he's siphoning. This sounds like he's siphoning power from that source.
It's like a more aggressive form of warlock or whatever.
It's, it's forced warlock.
Yeah. Non-consensual warlock.
I mean, it is and it isn't. He formed a
Like,
contract with Gargoth, who's giving him. Giving him
'Cause
some sort
it
of
has
power.
to be. It has to be granted by the patron. It can't be taken.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
at least at this level of understanding.
In this case,
Would I
it's
understand?
kind of this. It's kind of a weird dynamic because it
Yeah.
was granted by Gargoth. Because
this is like Stockholm syndrome warlock. It's weird.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Gargoth is
Mhm.
with Aphelion, and he's banking on the fact that Aphelion will eventually free him of this prison. And so he's just like, well, fuck, maybe if I give him some, like, fiendish power, I'll be able to eventually break free. But,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I think I'll take a moment, just kind of observe Stella for a bit and look back to you and just say, I understand what you're... I think I can understand why you're doing what you're doing. The deal you made. I understand the aspects of these deals. And I just have to say, please, consider all the risks when you do these. Do not throw yourself away.
I just can't die. That's all. It's as simple as it is.
And the road to dying starts with drawing more and more power from places and sources you're not able to really comprehend or understand. Or
I don't plan
control.
to take any more power than what I've already gotten from Gargoth.
I just kind of, for just a few seconds, kind of looking eye, and I just sort of nod a little bit. Very well. I just wanted to understand where this was coming from, because we never had a good chance to talk about these. But I trust you on this.
Here's the
Just
thing.
be safe.
Eventually, we'll get to the point where we can free Gargoth from the shield and kill him.
I'm pretty sure we
Or-
could probably just kill him directly in the shield. We don't have to go through that step.
I don't know if we can, actually. I don't think we can...
I believe if we take him away from this plane, we could do this.
Maybe.
Anyways.
But then we'd have to kill him here. That's the thing, is we have to kill him to break the contract.
I scratched my chin for a bit, thinking. Well, you have been a valuable member of this party for all these shenanigans we've gone through. It's been a very strange adventure, I'll tell you that so much. Not what I expected when they came to hell. But if we can destroy this thing and free you of your curse, I'll be first to help you with this. Just be safe.
Yeah, and I'll be first to help you with yours.
Just also, do not try to cast Fireball. You've killed too many innocents already. I really don't like this.
I've only killed two.
You've killed too
Thank you
many.
very much.
And that I'll leave you with a stern, priesty stare, and I'll go back to whatever I was doing beforehand, waking up.
I think about it. I look into the shield with the fireball comment, and then I look to the grenade in my other hand.
Yeah. All right.
You're not making a very good argument against it at this point.
Huh. Am I an agent of chaos?
So,
Am I the baddie?
So the morning you guys get your long rest, you recover all your HP, all your spell slots, everything that you need.
Oh, my poor.
And you can spec into whatever you guys want to.
Ooh, nice.
The morning, those are some good ones.
Yeah, that's really fun.
Morning comes, and Eclipsis, you do get kicked in the face by Sketty as he wakes up hearing something outside.
Oh.
Does he start growling?
Turns at the door. Bangs his head against it. He rears his head back like the seagull in that fucking meme. It just goes, bong! Just bangs his head against the door.
Okay, so I'm laying next to him when he kicks me.
Yep.
My tail just reacts, and I just kind of thump it down and kind of whack him. And then I'll wake up. Fuck! What's your problem?
You Glimmer. You hear the sound of a low rumble coming in the distance.
Do I hear that? Sounds like a bike.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like they're coming for us.
Also, do we get your temporary HP at the end of the long rest? I can't remember.
We still have our hit session.
Okay. Oh, nice. We're gonna fit.
Dude, I would love for the fact, so Sonya, during your hit session, like, you don't know, like, well, I want everybody, Glimmer, Hamon, and Eclipsis. I want you guys to roll perception checks.
Nice.
Okay, none of you notice it, but basically, Jalome is exercising, like, out of his ear while he's instructing. Okay.
Is it 14 or 15? I can't remember.
14.
14.
Perfect.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's very nice for me.
All right. So, you hear Sketty kind of like clawing at the door, and he bangs his head against it one more time, and it opens up, and he goes.
Okay, I'll take you out. I thought you just went.
He goes running out to the kind of deck area.
I turn back into the room. I told you he's potty trained.
I don't think that's what this is about. I think it's about the low rumble in the distance.
I'm probably just recognizing now.
You guys make your way out there. Shield your eyes against the the haze and wind of the Avernus, whatever this is, early morning sun, whatever it may be. It's midnight sun here. There's no time.
Yeah.
You look out, you see a single Devil's Ride, leaving a trail of dust and debris behind it as it races towards the crashed flying fortress.
Devil's Ride is what I have, right?
Motorcycle, right?
He told you it was a motorcycle.
Just looks like a normal one. Nothing special about it.
Nothing special about it. Single rider. It's hard to tell.
Does it? Okay.
I mean, what would you like to? Would you like to try to like figure out who's on it?
Yeah, I want to figure out like what I recognize if it's bitter breath is pretty much.
Oh,
bitter breath.
Give me. Well, actually, Glimmer. Glimmer from your as you walk up, just passive perception, looking at it.
Is bitter breath the only one who got away with the? Yeah. Right. No, there's one other.
Some of the others did. The biker
Two
gang.
others. Yeah.
This is a biker gang.
So this individual rolls up, and actually the first thing that happens is this bike pulls up. I mean, this is like now about 100 feet below you because there was basically a rise of a kind of rocky hill where the flying fortress was embedded, and you guys climbed in, yada yada. So about 100 feet below you guys look down, squint your eyes against the dust and debris that's blowing around. You see the individual park their bike and they park it, and you notice actually park it pretty far away from where you guys hid your vehicles, and they just hop off. Average looking individual. It doesn't look like a devil. They climb up the side of the rocky structure, and you see them.
Is it?
He starts pissing.
He's what?
He starts peeing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's what's his name?
That's what I was gonna say. Is this someone that we recognize from?
And you all do recognize.
We all recognize the P.
Yeah,
Smiler.
exactly. I already forgot his name.
I know that piss anywhere.
Smiler the Defiler
Smiler, yeah,
has arrived.
Where do we leave him off? I honestly forget. Okay, I gotta go back through my notes on that
and
one.
you watch as he finishes his pee,
not happy.
Shakes once, shakes twice. Apparently zips his pants up, and he disappears into the fortress below.
Oh, okay, interesting.
You hear another louder rumble as you watch. Coming out of a dust cloud from beyond, at the edge of your vision, you see 3 more Devil's Rides, followed by 2 more Tormentors.
Oh, we got a warband
coming in hot.
Betrayed us.
Or is he fleeing? He could be fleeing from whatever this other group is. And we just happenstance happen to be the place.
Would he stop to take a piss while he was running?
No, you make a good point. He made
and that's where we're going to leave off as you guys pick up on this next time.
Smiley, you bastard.
Yeah, he must have figured it out after through the grapevine stuff about how much we actually stole.
There's no way his ex.
We were not hiding it.
No, not at all.
The whole train around.
But who could he have hired, or who would he have found of?
You guys rolled back to Mad Maggie's and just fucking bought out the place. Just like, yo, fucking in like rappers in a strip club with your soul coin, just being like,
it's like the IRS wants to know your location.
We had another heist that went a lot better.
All right, get your modified memory ready, so we're gonna have to try to convince him this time again.
Modify his memory.
So basically, but I'll give you guys this. As you guys see the other warband rolling up, it's 3 Devil's Rides followed by 2 Tormentors, and the individual you recognize, one of the individuals on one of the main Devil's Rides. It's Princeps Kovics.
Yeah.
So that was one of the leaders.
The Chain Devil. It's the Chain Devil biker gang.
Was that the one?
Carbon.
Oh,
it's the final remaining. It's the last remaining.
So Glimmer.
Oh, okay.
Modify his memory to make him think.
Memory over the course of the day.
Honestly, I feel like we're just gonna have a Sturgis shoot.
Wait. So over the course of a day, you get to pick when you.
But guys, didn't we already talk about this a while ago? Like, if we ever ran into Smiler again, we had a kind of an alibi because it was his girlfriend who fucked up the first one, and then we went back and we were able to capture a little more because of some like circumstances.
We did say that, but I don't know how much he's going to believe that.
Yeah, and if we modify the memory,
we can try though. We can try. Yeah,
modify the memory to make him think that he told us we could have it because we needed it to save El Sorel.
No. You're misunderstanding. I can only modify a memory within the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
So you modify his memory to make him think that that's what he was thinking today when he got here.
Bruh.
No, I don't think it works out.
How about memory you guys are going to roll with this next time as Smiler is in the building.
Oh boy, this is going to be interesting.
Another warband of devils is arriving very shortly.
Oh, this is going to be interesting show.
Modify his memory to think that he made up with us.
In the last 5 minutes.
I mean, that's something that actually could possibly work, but I feel we're going to spend some time. I'm going to spend some time this next week thinking about what we're doing here.
I still think
we can just pull him up, too. I like him, though.
We had already come up with an alibi.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to buy it.
That would be like why his ex.
He bought a lot of other dumb things.
Girl, like
the last thing I'll say is that this looks like he was followed.
Okay, is that the distance between them?
Yes, it wasn't like he the amount of time that passed between him rolling up, turning off his engine, getting off his bike, taking a piss, and then walking into the wreck. And then probably, like, as you guys are sitting there, like, 2 or 3 minutes later, out of a cloud of debris and fire, another devil horde rolls up, obviously making a beeline towards his bike parked outside.
Okay, so
Yeah, I think we should have this conversation. Absolutely.
But based on where he is, and based on that, like, he would have heard these other guys rolling.
Maybe.
But maybe he knows something about them.
Maybe you don't know. He
Yeah,
disappeared
we're
into
gonna have to find him and talk
the
to
wreck
him.
below
Like,
you.
Did he have some type of?
Yeah, we got a bunch of mental tricks.
To
we can play
Jamie's
on
comment, if none of you pissed on the wreck, Smiler owns it now.
It's like
damn, we got bamboozled.
Something.
But
It's
I'm
like
pretty sure.
you lick something to claim
Pretty
it.
sure
like,
Sketty
I'm
owns
pretty
the
sure
wreck.
Sketty pissed on it first.
Yeah, Sketty
so-
owns the wreck.
Sketty's
Sketty's wreck.
did not
It
piss on
belongs.
it. He pooped on it.
Well, he's been living
Poop is
here.
ju- what
He's
is
probably
poop but a
done
more
both.
powerful pee? Like,
Getty's
come on.
spaghetti. Yeah.
He threw meatballs out.
All right, awesome
Oh,
stuff.
no.
You guys have the 9. You've retrieved Bell's rods, and
Oh, this is such an interesting.
yeah, you guys will
Point.
figure.
We
yeah.
have a lot to think about. Oh,
My vote is the plan I suggested, which is go unlock the thing and then bring the rods back to him.
Yeah, I was gonna think through what the consequences of all these actions are. I'm gonna sleep on this one for sure. This is this is a fun moment.
I really like
That's the
Tyler
thing
and
is-
Sketty to have a piss off.
Smiler
Yeah, so we have-
Sketty have a piss off. I don't know.
Yeah,
about
we
that.
had the immediate situations to figure out what's going on with Smiler, but then the bigger plan of what are we going to do. I feel this is one of the biggest pivots we've had. So, or like not pivots, but the points to make a decision.
Yeah,
here.
and just I guess I would say as note, do remember that you have one of Bell's agents with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
the best guide.
Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I call him a gremlin. He's totally not a gremlin.
Bal-
but I
Balakos.
just imagine him.
Balakos.
I'm just curious if he'd switch allegiances because we've been nice to
Well,
him.
keep in mind that because the
We're not
divination
friends
wizards are really fun, I have a lot of ways to mess with people's mind. So we could probably work with an imp pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
That's right. You have this. Yeah, you have a bunch of the same the different divination stuff, the psychic stuff.
I don't
Yep, you guys can think about this though. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
we
there's
got
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
options.
time.
Fuck party.
Yeah. Like I don't get
We
to
do.
use it a whole lot, but I'm literally the fuck with your mind bard.
That's really fun. We all yeah. Wow.
Yeah. That's
What if we just mindfuck hell?
Yeah.
We're working on it. It's a slow process.
For sure.
Oh man, this was a fun session. I
All
liked
right,
it a
yeah,
lot.
no, less combat this time, but more
Mhm.
exploration and
Yeah.
figuring out more about the ridiculousness
Yeah,
of.
bonus.
Oh, also DJ Sonya was pretty funny. Just the- working with the fucking alarm system of this. I'm pretty sure the Flying Fortress is just whoever wrote this shit. They're just like, let's stuff a bunch of memes in here.
I kind of want to know what hell metal sounds like. Not gonna lie.
Okay. I have one last thing. I would like to
Not
go
allowed.
to the loudspeaker and say, Smila, you brought some dudes with you.
Okay, that's a good point. So we'll end on that as your voice echoes throughout the thing, and we'll see how it goes next time. Definitely.
Oh man, that'd be fun. Yeah.
So good stuff
Oh.
tonight.
Yeah. Also, just a quick update
cast
for the Tyranny Dragons, whatever our session this week. Is Friday doable for anybody? For you guys, or
I
is
can
that
do
gonna
Friday
be?
work Friday.
Oh no.
So
Oh,
Friday, Saturday won't work for me.
damn it. Okay, because Thursday
Tomorrow.
might not work for me.
Oh, I can't do.
No, we're
Thursday.
doing Wednesday this week.
I have
are
an
we doing
interview
Wednesday?
Oh,
on
we're doing
Friday
tomorrow?
morning,
Yeah.
so I can't.
Oh,
yeah.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I could do tomorrow. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbs
Okay,
up.
perfect. Actually, works because my Friday is so fucking stacked. I gotta go sleep early. It's just,
All right.
I was gonna say.
Yep.
I got a big interview Friday.
you got your
morning.
interview.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's
you
right.
asked
I
that
forgot
last
about
week.
that. I forgot. My bad.
Alrighty, guys.
Oh, my bad.
Good
Yeah.
night,
Yeah,
everybody.
man.
Good shit. Take it easy. Catch
Yeah.
you guys on the flip side.
All right. Night, everyone.
All right, thanks everybody for hanging out. Thank you, Jamie. Yes, there is Pup. Pup is currently in background. I'm still trying to figure out how to put this fucking. I don't even know if this pop filter has worked with it at all. But good night, everybody. Tonight was a fun session of fun times. Take it easy. We'll be back next time. We'll actually be hosting Destroy tomorrow as we do Tyranny of Dragons, but D&D will be next time. Bye, guys.